has a dark side. And this individual is being accused of some vicious, heinous acts. And it's people like this who are easily to persuade the common folk because they go around in the community, even doing community work, activism. But on the inside, and when the camera's off, I think y'all get my drift. That's my end of my opening statement.
You got the floor, Lisa.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, thank you so much for attending today and participating in democracy. The prosecution is correct about one thing. It is unfortunate that we're here today because my client, Miss Selena, is innocent of all charges that are supposed to be brought forth today. I don't see where there's going to be any evidence compelling enough for you to find Miss Selena guilty. I think what you will uncover here after this trial is a coordinated effort of hating that has persisted for years, literal years. Okay. And that's all I have to say at this time. That was my opening statement.
Okay. Well, we got Mr. Rhea.
Yeah, that's the
You need anything
bailiff.
to say?
That's the
Oh, all
bailiff.
right. He bailed tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So
he
we
had to
got any
recuse
witnesses?
himself because of personal attachment.
I got you.
Right.
We got any?
Yes. I want to call my first witness to the stand, man. TY, you got a lot of feedback.
All right, hold on.
Oh, all right. It's almost fixed.
Hey, how's that?
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. It's just like when you talk, it's like a.
Okay. Mike, want me?
No,
Let me.
you
I
can
guess.
like how you talking now is good, but it seemed like once you talk, that initial kick, but you good.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to call my first witness to the stand, man. I would like to call Vincent T. Sniper to the stand.
Okay.
The sniper is here.
Okay. We got to sway in, Vince. So, do you, under the word of God, do you swear to tell the truth and the whole truth under Woach?
Yes.
Proceed.
Mr. Sniper,
What's up, Skinny?
how you doing today, sir?
I'm making it, man. I've been a little depressed the past week.
I bet you would be. Mr. Sniper, are you familiar with the defendant, Selena?
I am, and I wish I wasn't.
Would you say that you and Selena was more than just acquaintances. Like,
Objection. That's leading the witness, Your
huh?
Honor. That's leading a witness, Your Honor.
I think that was a question. I mean, I don't got to say in it, but
Proceed. Proceed.
All right, yeah. Would you say that you know her more than just an acquaintance, as far as like you actually know her from the street?
Just a good friend, man. She was a good friend. Excuse me.
Even knew your wife?
Even knew my wife.
Now, the allegation is that I want to speak to you about, sir, because I can tell that you're pretty traumatized at the moment.
Objection. Objection. Counsel is painting a narrative at this point. The witness does not appear to be distraught or under any distress.
The man said he's seen better days.
Let
I
him finish
did.
the question first, and then if you got something to say behind it, then you got the flow.
Thank you, young. Thank you. Mr. Sniper, man, I apologize for that. I know this here is tough for you, but in your words, she was a good friend. Now, enter another individual by the name of Garrett Chavez, aka 86K, aka the takeover, the wait's over. Somehow he comes in and he takes the defendant on a date, allegedly. But somehow in all this here process of text messages being shown, it kind of came out that you, sir, was somehow being lined up for the enemy by said person, Selena.
I was, and I don't really like talking about this, man. It's a little depressing, man. But my former friend Selena, she didn't snake me, man.
Well,
I'm
let's just,
depressed. I ain't got much to say.
just tell us in your words then. I know
She
it's
was
kind
a
of
great
hard if you
friend,
need to
man.
take a break every now and then to get through it.
I never thought somebody not only from the same city, but from the same hood, not just the city, the hood. A woman that enjoys Williams fried chicken, Rudy's chicken, Hall's chicken. She know all the spots just like me. How could she betray me for a dumbass nigga from Mississippi?
Mm. So what you're basically saying is it's true that she lined you up for, and when you say a nigga from Mississippi, a snake nigga from Mississippi, you referring to the takeover, the waits over, Mr. 86, Garrett Chavez.
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to.
So according to Garrett Chavez, Selena says she never fucked with you. Now, I have heard Selena in a statement say that Garrett put paint where it ain't. But I mean, that would kind of be pretty tragic to hear that she never fucked with you when she not only knew you, y'all came up in the same hood, Oak Cliff, known all around the United States.
Your
Not only
Honor,
that, she knew your wife.
Your Honor, I object. At this point, counsel is testifying, and also, is there going to be any evidence presented regarding this so-called lineup?
Yes.
Because right now it seems to be a lot of words and conjecture.
I'd like to present. Um,
Do we have evidence?
yes, I would like to present.
Okay, he got into it. He got evidence.
To give you the evidence, I'd like to present. Present this. You know what I'm saying?
No, I was. The service was dropping, but shit, I would never say that again.
Hold on.
2 hours, or maybe 3, and that's it. It's back to lesson planning. What I'm talking about? It's number 30th holiday in the world, like Halloween better than test. Nigga, that was bar. That nigga talking about some Ironwood. Bitch ass slow ass. I told you that motherfucking boy slow. Man. I don't know, man. I don't know what it is, man. Got everybody all fucked up over it, man. Nigga wanna be cool. Nigga ain't cool in real life, but he trying to be cool on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you can't fake this shit, nigga. It's in you, nigga. If you cool, you cool. If you're lame, you're lame, nigga. Stop trying to goddamn come on YouTube acting like you this goddamn thugged out substitute teacher, nigga. What up, Pinky Pink? What up, V-Chan?
So right there, man, that's Garrick knows all this here stuff, man, from talking to Selena, man.
He knows all of what. I can hear what Garrick is saying, but that's hearsay. That's hearsay from somebody
Hearsay from your client.
that you've already presented, from somebody that you've said is untrustworthy. So
Objection,
now,
Your Honor. I thought she's gonna have a chance with this witness. Objection, man.
I guess
I'm playing evidence, man.
I want to say sustain. I'm taking over for the judge right now. That is kind of hearsay, but please continue. Let's see where this goes.
Vince, do you feel betrayed by the defendant, man? Selena. Do you feel like this is a form of betrayal from your hometown homegirl who knows your wife in real life to tell somebody else that you lame in real life, that whatever other things that he said? Do you feel betrayed?
I feel betrayed by the Oak Cliff Princess.
And from what I understand, she sold you out over Chili's, a Chili's dinner from Garrett. It was Chili's.
I object.
I want to know the truth. I don't know.
But I object. You are giving your client the answers at this point.
Sustained.
Okay.
Was it Chili?
My bad. All right, let me rephrase that question. She sold you out for a date with Garrett Chavez.
She ain't shit, man. At least go to Papa Do's. Papa Do's at least.
I have no further questions.
You got it, Lisa.
Vince, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing fine, Lisa. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. From what the prosecutor was saying, you might need some tissue. You was crying about something. Are you okay?
Objection.
Objection.
Objection. She's badgering the witness, and she's making fun of mental issues.
First of all, I am offering this witness a refreshment for his tears.
But why are you reminding him of his trauma?
I am not reminding him
Lisa,
of his
you need
trauma.
to get straight to your question if you want to respond to what Skinny said.
I'm getting triggered. I am triggered.
Listen, we can't do anything about this man's sensitive nature, okay? I don't know.
Objection.
May I approach the bench? May we approach the bench, Your Honor?
I'm listening.
Your Honor. I don't see what is wrong with offering the witness. We offer them water, we offer them food vouchers. I don't see the problem with offering him a tissue when he's visibly in tears. Can we please get this man a tissue?
We don't have tissue in the budget tonight.
Uh,
No tissue.
so he's just going to have to cry openly in front of everyone. Is that
He
what
can
you're
use his
saying?
sleeve.
Okay.
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 Good one,
Okay.
Bailiff. Good one.
Okay.
You can
So,
continue though, Lisa. Ask your question. You
all
got the
right.
flow.
So, Mr. Sniper, I'm not going to mince words with you here. Do you have any actual proof that you were lined up? Because I'm hearing a lot. I'm hearing a lot today. Do you have any proof, any actual evidence that there was any wrongdoing by my client?
We just heard some proof.
We heard some proof, but would you say that Mr. Chavis, the one who was speaking in the video, do you think that he's an honest person?
In this instant, yes.
Why in this instant and no other?
Because I was betrayed.
Do you think that somebody owes you loyalty just because you're from the same place?
Yes.
Why is that? Why is that, Mr. Sniper? In a few words, if you could keep it brief without crying
Objection.
a lot.
I don't know where this here, what this here answer is relevant to what this here case.
Because if he is making any type of accusations or if he is giving his testimony, I would like to know the backstory behind it. I would like to know why this gentleman feels like any type of loyalty is owed to him just because of a common geographical location. So
Listen, she didn't.
So overall, would you say that Garrick is a good person?
No.
So why do you believe him in this instance?
Because I was betrayed.
I was betrayed is kind of vague. Can I get you to elaborate, Mr. Sniper?
Selena didn't deny anything I said. That's all you need to know.
No, sir. I think I'm going to need to know a little more than that. You are on the stand. You are under oath. So other than you were betrayed, do you consider yourself to be sensitive? Are you okay right now?
No.
Okay. And I take it that you are an adult man sniffling like this up here, correct?
Objection.
Lisa,
man.
Do he need milk?
What ground
kind of
objection
line
on?
of questioning is this, man?
Yeah, we need direct questions, Lisa. It's kind of just.
I am asking direct questions about this witness's mental state. Because I feel like, and I think that any thinking person, any mature adult would hear these issues and think, wow, what a minor thing. That's certainly not something to bring somebody up on charges for. What are you doing here, sir? And the answer can't be, I was betrayed.
Have you ever been betrayed, Lisa?
I'm not on trial here. And I'm not on the stand. I'm not sworn in. But yes, I have. Yes, I have. I've been betrayed, and I know what I consider to be betrayal. And what I'm hearing now, like I said, is something that seems kind of petty, kind of, I don't know, trifling. I have no further questions at this time.
I have some more questions.
You got it.
Vince, did you and Selena come up riding the same school bus?
She a few years older than me.
Few years older than you, but you remember from back in the Gap though, back in the day.
Yeah, her name floated around.
But I mean, you would know her if you seen her back then, like when you was coming up. You know, like they were like, "Oh, there goes Selena right now."
Yeah, I
Objection.
know.
Objection. What does this have to do with anything?
I'm about to get to it. I'm trying to see if he knew her back then.
What does whether or not he knew her back then have anything to do with today's
Because
case?
once he acknowledges that he knows her, counselor, then you will see where I'm going.
Hopefully.
All right,
Yeah, I'll
so
be able
Vince,
to identify
you
her.
knew her. She's a couple of years older than you. So, like, I'd
Uh-uh.
say what she was a senior, you was a freshman or something like that.
Yeah, she about 5 years older than me.
Okay, so basically you knew her back then. So basically, where I'm going with this here is, are you seeing that she knows you and your wife? I would think that you would be an expert witness to speak on. Has she over Botoxed?
I would
Objection.
say just
Objection.
Objection. Relevance.
That's a
Relevance.
charge.
That hasn't even been brought up. I haven't heard any charges tonight.
But she's been charged Botox Betty.
That entered in the official record, because I entered a relevant counterclaim to that,
We
actually,
listening?
I didn't hear all the
it's in
charges,
the
Your Honor. So
official record.
State it right now, Lisa. While we on it.
The counterclaim that I offered was mass group hateration. That is my counterclaim.
What is that? What is that? Hold on, hold.
I mean, do we got any
What is it,
doctor
man?
paperwork or
No,
anything?
what
So
was mass hateration? OJ off the lady in LA, walked in the courtroom, hostile, walked out, innocent. What does it have to do with justice? Justice is blind. Justice don't hate.
Listen, listen. This is an official claim
This is
that
not a kind of judge. Can you rule on that
I
claim?
filed this with the clerk's office. I
Judge,
filed
can
this
you
with the
rule
clerk's
on that
office
claim?
before
I don't
trial.
understand.
And there haven't been any charges entered in the official record yet. And again, with Vince T. Sniper, not really, okay, according to his own testimony, remembering my client from back in the Gap, as you say, he's not qualified to testify about anything cosmetically related to my client. This is absurd.
You got two objections in one going right now.
I gotta accept that one.
Which one?
What she just stated.
About what? She
She
just
made a
said.
strong. Well, I know she
All
said a
of it.
lot. She tied too much shit in together, but we gotta take out the fact that they don't go back far enough.
High school?
But they got years between them.
He was in middle school?
They weren't even in the
I'm
same
just saying like
generation.
4, 5. So they wasn't even really in the
yeah.
same generation.
She was a
Oh,
senior. He was 8th grade.
okay,
Yep,
but that's
not even in
still,
the same
they in the
school.
same neighborhood. Like he sees her walking up and down the street.
That's probably a big neighborhood. Neighborhoods
Oak
are big,
Cliff?
and just because people live in the same neighborhood or are from the same place
All right, hold on.
don't mean that
We
they
we
have
we gonna make
tolerance.
sure if it's legit right here. Vince,
Yes.
how long have you actually known this young lady?
Man, Selena was starting around them Oak Cliff streets after she graduated high school. That's how I knew her name.
Thank you. I tried to keep it clean. But hey, you want it? There you go. That's what all that objecting gets you.
Listen, again, like I said, this is not
I
a
want that
this
on
is
public record.
This is
Judge.
not someone who knew this woman in any type of meaningful capacity.
The
He,
man just
he didn't
said
know.
she was starting up and down the Oak Cliff Street.
Order in the court.
Is that it? First of all,
If they
okay.
from the same hood, I can't argue. I can't say what's true or but if I gotta
You
make it
asked the
somewhat because
judge
if
to
you
ask him the
know or
question,
just
and he
ask the
didn't.
question to see how lengthy
Then
his
hold up.
knowing of her.
Then
If it goes beyond YouTube, then
then
I gotta allow it.
then Mr. Sniper, let me ask you something.
How is you gonna ask? I'm still questioning the man. You gotta wait to counter him.
Yeah, he's still going. At least you got a chance though, so don't trip.
I
You got a
apologize, Your
chance.
Honor. I got a
You got
little
a chance.
excited, and I
We're
apologize.
gonna have to at one point, man.
No,
Contempt is gonna have to come into
I have to
play, man.
respect the length of the relationship. If it went
Contempt is
beyond
gonna have to
YouTube,
come
then
into
that's just
play,
if it was
man.
just
Listen,
YouTube,
I
then
Order in the
apologize.
court. Order
I
in the
don't want
you
court.
would
any
have been
problems
well
with
with
the Woach Court.
you would
I
have
do
been well
apologize.
within yours, but I understand the argument. So continue, Skinny.
And no more talking over the judge, please.
Yeah, man. Put your ass in jail, $10 a month.
The prosecution is inappropriate at this time.
I apologize. I apologize. All right, Vint. Um, since you known when you was coming up as a young G, she was starting up and down Oak Cliff streets. You can tell from her appearance now to her appearance back then. Has any surgery been done, in your opinion?
Yeah, some surgery been done for sure.
You will agree some Botox has been injected places.
Yep.
Mm, 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 mm. Could you see as her betraying a hometown homeboy, maybe some of her Botox in her face got loose and it leaked to her brain, causing her to maybe not be in her right state of mind when she was around Garrett?
Objection. This witness is not qualified to give this sort of testimony. Sorry, he's a sniper. He is not a doctor.
This man is an
You gotta answer the question.
educational, this man has a degree in physical education. That means he knows the anatomy of the body. Do I have to
That is
do I have to
absolutely
bring
no correlation.
his credentials up? See, that this is what I didn't
See,
want to have to do this.
yes, sir. You are going to have to bring his credentials up, okay? Because what's going on right now is you all are getting a lot off with no evidence, okay? So yes, if you want to bring up this sniper, I mean, obviously it's in his name. If you want to bring up this sniper's credentials medically, no problem, because this man has no training and no specialty
I didn't
that he
say
would be.
medically. I said he was a professionist in anatomy and physiology.
No,
Yes.
no. You're going to have to show evidence of that.
He's a physical
He's a
education teacher.
He's a sniper under oath
He might be
right
that too,
now.
but I'm telling you what. Oh my God. Let me get to my next.
Yeah, let him finish. Ain't nothing set in stone, Lisa. So it's nothing to be.
Right, man. Let me get.
It's ongoing. Like you still in the fight.
Let me get to my next question. Vince. Now, lately, since this has been YouTube, and you have brought forth the allegations of Thaddius, we have seen Selena meet with many men, many men on these YouTube streets. So would you put it past the realm of possibility that Garrick might have did get that pomposity?
I think it's a possibility.
So she might have been under the gray sheets.
Objection. That is hearsay.
I said, is it a possibility?
That is hearsay. Anything is a possibility. Everything is a possibility. He cannot testify to that. He has no personal nor intimate knowledge of that. He should not be able to testify to that. That should be stricken from the record.
All right.
We scratched that one.
Yeah, I'll rephrase it. Let me ask you this here, Vince. So basically, the reason why I asked you the question on how long you knew Selena, because obviously a high school Selena, you coming up as a young G in motherfucking 8th grade, so you looking up at the people ahead of you, like your homies, your big homies, and your homies and them hollering at Selena, and they putting you on game, I guess, letting you know she thought and stuff like that. But the reason why I asked you that is because you would know Selena in the purest form. Like you would know her before the surgery, before anything. So I would ask you, Vince, what all procedures do you think she's had done over the years?
Objection. That would be
Oh,
hearsay. That's hearsay.
Continue.
All right, thank you. Vince.
I think she got her ass done. She got her chest done. She got her face done. She got her lips done. She got her nose done.
Dang. So you can
That's about it.
testify, so you testifying under Woach that she got her ass done.
Yeah, she got her ass done for sure.
Because we got a medical slip from Dr. Walsh that said that it's no BBL procedure. She has an extra tight waist trainer. But you saying from the Selena you know, the ass has been worked on.
That's correct.
Okay, all right. I just wanted for the record. Your witness.
Hello again, Mr. Sniper. How are you again?
I'm feeling much better right now.
You feeling better? Tears dried up. So let me ask you something, Mr. Sniper. You're not a doctor, is that correct?
Objection. He never stated that.
I didn't say he did. I asked the question. With the relevance will appear in the follow-up questions.
Go ahead. Let me see where you're going with that. Keep asking.
Are you a doctor, Mr. Sniper?
I plead the field.
Yeah, Your Honor. Permission to treat this witness as hostile.
Well, it's not a serious question.
I feel like
But leave with the rest of it because I see it's a two-part.
Okay, because if you are not a doctor, how are you testifying about surgical procedures? Where do you get off?
So if he's not a doctor, he's hostile. Okay.
No, if he's pleading the fifth for nonsense, non-incriminatory nonsense to evade
Now, that one
answering
he
the
can answer.
question.
You can answer that one, Viz.
Well, shit, she got her ass done. I remember how the ass used to look back in the day and what it look like now.
Thank you.
Mr. Sniper, have you ever heard of squats?
She ain't do all them squat.
How do you know, Mr. Sniper? Were you there?
I knew what her ass looked like when I was in the 8th grade compared to right now. She had surgery.
So you used to watch her a lot when you were in the 8th grade?
Yeah, I seen her a few times.
Could you roughly quantify a few? Because a few doesn't really mesh with what your previous testimony was. From your previous testimony, you would see her all the time. So a few is only suggesting that maybe you saw her once or twice. What is it, Mr. Sniper?
Well, I see about twice a week at Catfish Floyd.
So when you would see her twice a week, or even after, did you ever touch her?
God damn. Objection, man.
What? On what grounds? On what grounds?
When the man married, man.
I don't. That doesn't have anything
His
to do with my
past stuff
question
shouldn't
or his
come
testimony.
up. His past.
I'm not talking about. I mean, even in the current
Well, his
and
past stuff is
touching does
irrelevant
not
to now.
touching
So
doesn't have to be romantic. Have you ever touched?
Well, I know, but
Have you ever touched my
you gotta be,
client?
you got to be specific when you say touching.
Listen, have you ever had any type of physical contact with my client of any type?
I'm a married man.
That's not answering the question. Have you ever had any physical contact, even so much as a handshake, anything, with my client?
I mean, yeah, man. She know his wife.
That's
I plead the fifth.
oh. Oh. So something in your answer was self-incriminatory just by the nature of you pleading the fifth. Something that you were gonna say was gonna incriminate you. And I don't think it has anything to do with any untoward behavior. What I think it is that since you have not had any physical contact with my client, you are not a doctor, you are not equipped nor able to say that my client has had any type of surgical procedures. You are not an esthetician, are you? Are you an esthetician? You're a sniper, correct?
Lisa, have you ever seen Kim Kardashian before and after the BBL?
Relevance?
Have you
How
ever
was you gonna
touched Kim
answer
Kardashian?
them now?
I am not a doctor. I am a lawyer. So, whether or not I've seen Kim Kardashian, that's not who's on trial. Who's on trial is the person who, by your testimony, you've known for an extended period of time. Even though it appears that you don't, it appears as though maybe you were an admirer from a distance. But what is also clear is that you've never touched my client. You don't know anything about my client. You're from the same place. You're an admirer and not able to say whether or not my client has had any surgical procedures. That's correct, isn't it? I have no further questions at this time.
I don't like that shit. For sure, bro.
The
I don't like that shit.
man.pleadthefifth.arroba
Shout out to Tesh. Tesh say, damn, he is a married man. Plead the fifth. Lisa, you using rough tactics. Nice. Blessings all.
So yeah.
I have no
Prosecution,
further
you got
questions. I have no further questions.
Lisa B. You got any more?
No, I would like, is there any way that we can put Mr. Sniper under some court monitoring just because before he leaves?
Yeah, or you want him to hang around?
Yeah. Yeah, we need. Yeah. He needs to stay so we can keep an eye on him for the rest of the proceedings.
Well, out of respect to Woach Court, I'm gonna need you to stick around till all witnesses then testified, sir.
I got you.
If y'all got no further questions,
The link has been dropped. If anybody else wants to come up and testify, or if anybody wants to come up in defense of the witness. But what about these charges, though?
I have a witness that I would like to call. I would like to call Nurse Nova to the stand if she's available.
Supernova, I see you in the chat. Come to the stand. But what about these charges, though?
What about this counterclaim, though?
The counterclaim was kicked out.
No, my counterclaim was not kicked out.
Chase, that's why we on trial now.
yeah, that's why we on trial right now.
For my counterclaim of group hateration?
Yeah.
Should absolutely stand. Wait a minute. No, that should absolutely stand because our last our last witness, Mr. Sniper, you know, he's just a symptom of a broader, larger problem.
Judge, your words stand. This woman should not be able. You said the counter was not accepted. It's not accepted.
I throw myself at the mercy of the court for it to be re-examined. It is very relevant to my defense as a whole, and also it is relevant to the dispute of these charges. What charges? I don't know what charges because ain't none been presented to
I'm
me
about
today.
to tell you the charges. If y'all got charges in the chat, get them in now. I'm about to tell you the charges. You want to know the charges?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, she got charged for being a fake friend. She got a charge for being a backstabber. She got a charge for being the type of black woman that'll set a nigga up to get killed. She got a motherfucking charge for being a Botox Betty. She got a charge for over exaggerated Botox. She got a charge for I'm trying to say this the right way. She got a charge for multiple botch surgeries. And she got a charge for being two-faced, and she got a charge for talking behind her friend Vince's back. Now, if any other charges come through, I'll let you know as they come through, but your witness is here.
Would you like to quit? No, you know what? No, that's okay.
I need to swear a supernova in. Supernova,
Okay.
do you
Yes.
swear under oath to tell the truth and the whole truth, so help you, Woach?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Lisa.
Miss Supernova, how are you today?
I am wonderful. And you?
I'm doing okay. So you're a nurse, isn't that correct?
Yes, I am. It's Nurse Nova tonight, guys.
And where do you work?
I work for Dr. Waltz.
Mm.
So, Dr. Waltz, just so the jury is reminded, Dr. Waltz provided us with a medical clearance for Miss Selena, confirming for all of us that there have been no surgical enhancements done to her body
Objection.
that hit.
Objection. Dr. Walsh's practice is in Chicago, Illinois. It's not in Texas, Oak Cliff. And Dr. Walsh does not specialize in cosmetic surgery.
Um,
And Dr. Walsh is gay. So he won't be done felt on nothing anyway. We got another charge.
Okay.
A charge from Jamie Jules saying she has a pattern of putting men against me when she gets mad at them. Says Finici, Self-Awareness, Garrick, and Vince. So there's another charge. But go ahead on. I objected because the man he's not a plastic surgeon,
first
and
of
you
all,
just got
first
on
of
Vince for
all,
not being a doctor.
First of all, if I can provide some context, first of all, Dr. Waltz is Selena's private physician. That's why he was able to provide this doctor's note, which was accepted by the court per the prosecution. Dr. Waltz
Dr.
provided
Walsh just provided a note for
documentation.
Armando.
Also,
Why ain't
Dr.
everybody
Waltz,
doctor?
first of all, Dr. Waltz is a GI specialist as well as an OBGYN and a cosmetic surgeon. I think
Dr.
that
Walsh
I
is a
think that what
crack
you
doctor.
I think that what you should do is put some respect on Dr. Waltz's name, and I don't think that we should start throwing out official paperwork. Now I have his nurse right here.
I object,
Okay,
Your Honor. Dr. Walsh is a crack doctor who has been sued for malpractice on 5 different occasions, always offering to put people on Vicodin and shit like that when they don't even fucking need it. Like, come on, man. Let's go into this man's record, man.
first of all, I don't even want to get into the healthcare disparities between black people and other races. You know, it's crazy. It's just crazy how other races are able to get narcotics for adequate pain relief, but not black people. But that's neither here nor there. I
But
have his
how can
nurse
All right,
right
somebody,
we got to get back to
here.
yeah,
relevancy,
yeah,
my
how
Rita.
can
I have his
somebody,
nurse
this is the
right here.
relevancy.
Your
How can
Honor,
somebody
Your
in
Honor,
Hey, order in
Chicago,
the court. Talking over
Your
the judge.
Honor.
right,
That is her physician, Your Honor.
but how can people,
And and I
uh,
have
uh,
and I have his nurse
but listen,
right
Let's
here.
let's hear what you got to ask.
right, like how can you say that this man's word is more credible than a man who grew up with her and knows her before and after?
First of all, Dr. Waltz has doctor in his name. Vince the Sniper has sniper in his name, not doctor. So by that virtue
Is
alone, Dr.
Dr. Waltz
Waltz is
here
more
right now?
credible as a physician.
Is Dr. Waltz here right now?
Dr. Waltz's nurse is
Man,
here,
it's
and I think
Friday
that
night.
All
It's
right, is Dr.
Thursday
Waltz
night.
here?
It's Thursday night, Juneteenth. Do you think Dr. Waltz is here right now? No, Dr.
I, I,
Waltz is
I got a
beaming up right now.
I got a secret, y'all. I don't fuck with Dr. Waltz, so his bitch ass wasn't invited anyway. Continue.
Man, the man on
Fuck
crack,
him.
man. Crack doctor. But his nurse here, though. Let's see what she
But
got to
but
say.
let's see what Nurse got to say.
so. Like I was saying, um, and I'm so sorry that we were rudely interrupted right in the middle of your testimony, Nurse Nova.
Okay, it's fine.
Now, in how long to your knowledge has Selena been treated by Dr. Watts?
For the last 10 years.
God.
So, in that 10, and you've worked for Dr. Waltz for all 10 of those years, correct?
Yes, I have.
So, in that time, have you ever seen any differences or any evidence, especially as because you do her in when she visits the doctor, you're the one that sees her first, isn't that right?
Yes.
So when you see her and examine her, have you seen any evidence of any possible surgeries or cosmetic alterations?
No, I have not. And the reason that Selena is able to have the shape that she has is because she came to the doctor to get on a plan to make sure that she loses the weight, just in the stomach
What
mostly.
plan? Crack
And he
plan?
put her, excuse me, sir. You keep talking. You can ask me next. You can question me next, sir. Please.
I like
Can I
this
finish?
nurse. I like this witness.
Okay, so he put her on a plan that was right for her body type. And she went to the gym. She got with the dietitian. She came up with a plan. So she eats the right food. She goes and works out. And that is how her shape is the way that it is. I can honestly say I haven't seen any cuts or anything on her body. So I have no idea where this fake body stuff comes in, or she has had plastic surgery.
Mhm,
I
mhm,
don't know of her having any Botox either, because I've actually seen her come to the doctor several times, even without makeup.
mm.
In her face card, it gets her through the building as well. So
Shut fucking
I don't
shame.
know where these false
I'm
allegations are
trying to
coming
hear
from.
you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Nurse Nova. You have been an informative and extremely honest witness today. I have no further questions at this time.
Okay.
We got a new charge. Hello. From Anonymous. Uh, Selena, Selena should be charged with trademark infringement by Nike for her eyebrows. So
Your
that's
Honor.
another charge.
Your Honor, I would like to throw that charge
How did
right out. I'd object to that charge totally. Um, Selena clearly evidently has normal eyebrows. What kind of charge is that?
it's a charge somebody sent?
Anyway, like I said, I have no further questions.
All right, Miss Nova Super.
Hmm.
What? How would you like for me to refer to you, ma'am?
Either way, it's fine.
I'll just call you Super.
Okay.
All right, Super. You seem to be like a woman who you know, pretty hot to trot. You know, coming up back in your day, you had a lot of spunk. Do you remember coming up?
Still do, still do.
Yeah, do you
Okay.
remember coming up like back in your junior and senior years in high school, and you seeing them little young boys still got Similac on their breath, like in the 8th grade and stuff, and you walk by and they say, "Ooh, there goes Super." You remember them days?
Yes, I can recall those days. I still get that too. Just put that on the record. Just
Thank
let that
you. I
be.
was gonna get to that. Do you still get that? And you say you still get that, right?
Yes.
Whenever you go back to the hood that you grew up in, and now some of these here young dudes is grown up, do they still say, "Ooh wee, you know that's Super"?
Some of them will. Some people just want to try to steal, see if they can get it. You know how
Yeah,
that go.
exactly,
But
exactly. So
ain't no one say
wouldn't you think that those people that you still getting these here compliments from would be experts on if you changed your body type or not?
Objection.
Oh man,
Ob-
goddamn, I did.
objection. This is
Okay.
this is
I
leading
can
the witness.
How I'm
This is
leading.
I can answer Lisa,
Thank you, man. Thank you, Miss
the
Super.
Lord Lisa.
Thank you,
I
Super.
I got this girl. So this is what I will say. Now, growing up, I said it in the chat. I was very skinny.
Mm,
I was like a one,
mm-hmm,
growing up, a 1 to size 3. Now, as
mm.
I got older and started having babies,
Right, right.
I started spreading, getting some booty and little
Mm-hmm.
breasts and stuff like that. So they couldn't be able to say though if I had some surgery. They might
But
be
it's
like,
different.
okay,
It's
your
different. It's a
ass got
difference
big.
between kids' booty and kids' breast, and
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Dr.
Sometimes as a
Walt's
woman grows
booty and
up,
Dr. Walt's breast.
she spread and a lot of women do this. It's not like
And the
it's
defendant doesn't
just
have
what
any
you say.
kids.
Well, I don't, I mean, it's some women that don't have kids. They start sprouting when they get a certain age. I mean, they start spreading.
I'm
So I
saying, Miss
still
Super,
couldn't
under
say
your,
that.
I'm just saying under your, you know, your experience of
Mhm.
how the hood interacted with you.
Right.
Would it be safe to say that in other parts of the country that young men interact with, they older homegirls the same way? Like, oh man, you look
Yeah.
nice. So
Yes.
why should the victim, Vince the sniper, be made to feel less than a man because this is emotionally traumatizing to him?
objection.
I
Objection. I
haven't
didn't
even finished.
I didn't know we had a victim in this case.
Yeah,
See, I'm
hell
see,
yeah.
I'm not gonna
How you
allow
get
you
the
to
charge of
railroad
the
my client.
backstabbing friend?
Listen, I'm not gonna allow you to railroad my client. I'm not gonna allow you to run a narrative that has not been presented as evidence. And Mr. Sniper is no victim. He might be
Your
basking in
Honor,
his
Your Honor,
victimhood right
Your
All
now,
right,
but
hang
Honor,
on,
he's
hang on,
no victim.
hang
Your
on.
Honor, if she has a charge of being a fake friend, backstabbing, setting a black man up to get killed, and this is the black man that got backstabbed, got set up to get killed, then that's the victim, right?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
All
did
right.
anything,
Vince is
but did
still here, right?
anything of that,
Vince
but
is
did
still here.
anything of that
Yeah, he
magnitude
right
happen to
here.
this
He right here.
witness?
All right, Lisa.
No.
This what you need to do right now, Lisa. I'm giving you advice from the top. Supernova, hang tight.
Uh-huh.
Let Vince come back up. Skinny, drive home the point of everything as far as the backstabbing friend.
Okay.
Vince, you gotta answer these questions because you gotta make your case. So if we're gonna make the case, we gotta make it solid. Like we gotta cut out all the fat and get straight to the meat.
All right.
Object, Your Honor, you just called my
What?
name like you just called my name like you was finna give me some tips and
No,
tell me
no.
what to do.
The reason why Skinny.
You just
Listen,
gave the
Lisa.
prosecution
Lisa,
legal advice.
no,
What is
I
going
gave
on?
both of y'all legal advice. Y'all need to reset. Y'all both trying to drive home points, but y'all pushing other points instead of the points that y'all really hear.
You're
Vince
right,
got
Your
to
Honor.
answer them questions.
You're right, Your Honor. I'm gonna settle down.
Vince, you got to
Vince.
answer these. You got to answer these. We got to ain't no more softballs. We got to throw some
Vince.
hard shit out
All
there.
right, let's
Do
all
you
right, let's
feel
answer.
do do
Well,
you
no. Go ahead, Skinny. You got it.
Vince, do you feel like you've been backstabbed?
Yes, I do.
Are you a black man?
I am.
Do you feel that a black bitch set you up to get killed? Or could have possibly
I
set you
believe
up to get killed?
I believe so.
Do you feel like Selena is a fake friend?
She is.
I rest my case. This is a victim.
Uh, Mr. Sniper, Mr. Sniper, um, since you are declaring yourself a victim now, and you said, "Oh, she's a fake friend," evidenced by what? What did she do?
She betrayed me.
In
Tried to
what
set
way?
me up. She tried to set me up. I could have been hurt.
How
I'm
did she?
married. I got a
In what way
wife.
did she try to set you up?
Listen,
Hello.
I
Hey,
got a wife.
shout out another charge. Shout out to Anonymous. Charge Selena for having boots on the ground fan eyelashes.
Mr. Sniper, in what way were you betrayed? In what way did she backstab you? Because you're just using emotional words. You haven't described any actions that Selena has actually done. You haven't described anything.
Your
What
Honor,
has she
I
done?
object.
What did she
Your
do?
Honor, your
You keep
words
you
was
keep saying
I
you keep saying
object.
I'm a
Hold
Your
on.
Honor, your
I want
words was get straight to the point. Let
right.
Vince answer the questions, and let's find out if it's a victim or not. I
Straight,
think I
straight,
got straight to
straight
the
shoot,
point. I
Lisa.
don't know what
Straight,
she's asking this
it's
for.
straight shoot. I
I
know what you're
I
trying to
said
ask. Just
I
rap.
I
Go ahead.
said how are you betrayed? If you were betrayed, I was betrayed. How?
All right, Vince. You gotta be descriptive.
I was betrayed. She set me up. She brought that nigga to our city, our town, our hood. I could
So
have been out
basically, she
anywhere.
exposed you
She
for
exposed me,
to
man.
be kind of, I guess you could say, crept up on.
God damn.
Wait a
Could have
PMB
minute.
got
Wait,
tapped
Rock.
on my
wait, whoa, whoa,
shoulder,
whoa, whoa,
man.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
No,
whoa. I
you
don't.
got a chance, Lisa. I'm just making them answer your question.
PMB Rock, man.
Okay. So are you saying that people don't have the right to visit where you live? People
They
don't
do.
like somebody can't be where you are
They do.
Listen, man, the man,
without you feeling away.
Yeah.
that man don't be coming around here like that. She
Did
brought him
you?
here.
I mean, but did you do something? Did
The
you go
man
do
ain't
something?
new.
They were
I ain't know he
live.
was here.
They were live. What do you mean?
Man, the man could have shot me in my Abdullah oblongata. I rest my case.
Oh, you don't have a case, sir. You the
The
witness.
man's a
Oh,
victim,
let me.
bruh.
So no. Hold on, Mr. Sniper. So you mean to tell me, and is this your testimony in front of the court
This is some
that
bullshit.
that that you feel so strongly? Oh, she brought him to our hood, like you all have joint ownership or something. But it seems to me like I saw them when they were live, and I know you did too. You had every opportunity, and you tried to,
Objection.
and
I got
you
objection.
had. It seems
Objection.
to me like, are you salty
Objection.
that you ducked some
Objection.
smoke?
Hold on.
Objection.
Are you
Objection.
salty about some
Well,
Objection.
smoke?
let's get.
Objection. Objection. I got multiple examples
Okay.
of people from Oak Cliff shouting out Oak Cliff as his family. Come on, man. I got examples from Straight Talk. Shout out to Oak Cliff. I
I don't
got
like that shit
examples.
for sure, bro.
Hold on.
George
I
Hearn
don't like that
using
shit.
Sherwin Williams Painters Foundation, cara
I don't like
llorando de
that shit
risa,
for
cara
sure.
llorando de risa, cara llorando de risa.
Thaddius say charge her with using Sherman Williams paint as foundation.
I'm gonna see about getting Thaddius escorted from the court.
But now
Mm.
back to what I was saying, man. Listen, the man is a victim, man.
Oh, it so is that the standard now? Is that the standard for grown men and grown people to paint themselves as victims? Like, do you really want to
Is
bask
it a standard? Is it a
in victimhood just to
standard?
drive
Is
your
it is
point
it is it
home?
a standard?
Uh,
Is it a
uh.
standard for women in their 40s in Oak Cliff to paint their face with Sherman Williams? See how it goes? Your Honor, this defense attorney is
You know
going
what? You
rogue.
know what? You know
Your
what?
Honor,
You know what? Actually, the prosecutor is right. You
Right.
know, I think as far as makeup in Texas, you know, with women that live there, you know, I think that maybe there is a track record of made up faces, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, my client is always tastefully made up. She dresses very nice. You know, she always sits and is in her femininity. Like I said, I feel like there's something more to Mr. Sniper's story. I think Mr. Sniper is here. And I think that his testimony is dishonest, very biased, vague. I think we should almost, it's so absurd. We should almost throw the whole thing out. Because really, what it sounds like is Garrick was somewhere in your neighborhood and you got all these feelings, but you didn't go see about them, though.
Objection. She's saying
can I,
feel like. Come on, man.
excuse me, Your Honor,
You,
Your
yes,
Honor,
I'm listening.
I would like to say that this case should be thrown out because the
Where
prosecution
is this
tried to pay
coming
me.
from?
The prosecution tried to pay me
What?
not to come and speak on this situation.
Objection, Your
So I want
Honor.
to
I
let
want
that
to
be
put her
known.
in contempt of court right now.
I
If y'all,
want to let that
I
be
think we should. I
if
known.
think
there's
we
no
should. Yeah,
evidence
I
Because
think
of,
we should
see,
hear her
he's
out.
up
I think
here
we should hear
and
her out.
doing all this talking. He's talking about Dr. Walsh, which was all false allegations. He has never been a crackhead.
Your
He has
Honor,
not
I
been
want to put her in
sued.
contempt
I've
right
been
now.
over there
She's
working
going
all
rogue.
these years, and he is trying to paint a narrative of his own. He had a guy by the name of Big Greg
Hey,
get in
Your
contact with me.
Honor.
Yes, you did, sir.
Your
Yes, you did.
Honor, Your
To try to
Honor.
pay
sorry,
I,
Super.
I rule, I rule, I rule that she
Sorry,
be
Super.
put in contempt.
Damn, Super. I
I'm
ain't want to hit you
asking
with
you.
the gavel. I ain't
I'm
want to hit you with the gavel, Super. Damn.
okay. Thank you. Thank
God
you.
damn.
Your Honor, how is it
Hello.
gonna bring us to?
Hold on. Anonymous. Anonymous. She was talking shit about Vince to Garrett before
Oh,
Garrett came to Oak Cliff. Play some more of that audio straight from Garrett's mouth. So
uh,
they go another charge, man, of her talking shit about the man to the
can
op.
I say something about that charge?
What?
I think that any charges involving a Mr. Chavis should be thrown out because as
Why is
previous,
that? Request him to come up here.
he's been convicted by the Woach court actually, and so his testimony is faulty at best.
But his PTR, his PCR is coming up.
Well, he hasn't
His
submitted
post
any.
conviction trial is coming up, man.
Well,
He
I
didn't get a max.
until exactly since he got the max, I
No,
feel
he
like his
didn't get a max. You forgot. You defended him.
mm.
Yeah, the
Well, that's
man.
why I'm in a unique position to say that not
But
a
it is now
trustworthy
came, but
witness
now new
for it.
evidence has come to the light that his victim could have gave false witness, so he might be doing Tory Lane's time.
Well, I
And since
mean,
when has we haven't been sequestering people that's locked up to come to court to testify on other
He
motherfuckers? That
already
happens
in
every
jail.
day.
but isn't that what we're doing now by
I'm
He
saying
Woach
all you
property
have
right
to
now.
do is
Shit.
just open your mouth and say, "Hey, take over. The wait's over. I need you to come up here," and he might appear. You
that's
got
true.
super. You got super here.
That's true. Uh, I mean, like, if of course anybody that would like to take the stand on Selena's defense, you unless you're found in contempt, unfortunately, like what just happened, you won't be dropped and be heard out. Please, don't be afraid to hit the link for her defense. But I have another witness.
Okay.
Okay.
I would like to call T.Y. Ray to the stand.
Hmm.
Yep. Oh.
The man might be liquored up.
Give 'em a second.
The man gone, bro.
Well, no, I think that it's wrong to count him out so far because he is up in the courtroom right now. I
I have
think
some
that
evidence I want to play.
okay.
Uh-oh.
I have some evidence I want to play since we're gonna sit up here and act like now we all saints. Let's see. See if I can find this. Hopefully it's still up here. I should have had this here ready. Hold on. 3547. Where's it? Where's it? Where's it? Dang, man. They done took Queen out the motherfucking. I don't think it's on this page though, but no, it ain't on this page. Man, come on, man. Can somebody do me a favor, man, and drop the checkmate link in the chat for me? Can somebody drop the checkmate link in the chat for me? Can somebody do that? And while I'm waiting to do that, anybody who wants to take the stand, or if you want your charges heard, feel free to get them in right now while we having a little break. Let me see if it's anybody that I want to call to the motherfucking stand. How the fuck does this man get drunk and liquored up at work? Let me see who I'm gonna
Yeah,
call.
this is crazy.
Let me see who I can call up here, man. And while I'm waiting for Laticia's third eye point of view, can you take the link if you're not busy, ma'am? I got some questions for you. Who else I got questions for? Thaddius. I got questions for Thaddius, and I got questions for Jamie Jules. And can somebody drop? Thank you, Lady Wrench. With a video. All right, now we're gonna present this into evidence right here. This is the charges from earlier today from Checkmate.
Queen. To speak with true essence. Or is it true Pac? They saw my axe in the chat. They saw my axe. Had to shoot right. No more sheets. Come on, somebody. Don't motherfucking play with me. You were real friendly in the beginning. But see, you was real close with the BGTs, the April Harmonies, the JJ Londons, Takara, Tamara. AKs, at least you all pretended. But I understood this group of people.
All right, we're gonna pause that for a minute. We got Laticia up here. Matter of fact, can anybody get in touch with Queen? I would like to call Queen to the stand. Maybe she can just say her charge is better off like that. But can we get Laticia sworn in?
All right, Miss Laticia. Do you swear to tell the truth and the whole truth, so help you, Woach?
I do.
You got it, Skinny.
How you doing, Miss POV?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. I can't complain. Miss POV, you have very nice, eloquent cheek structure. Have you ever been complimented on that?
I object. Buttering up the witness. What is this? What is this?
I'm going somewhere with this, Yana.
Not necessarily, no.
You've never been complimented on having a pretty smile, or
yeah.
Yeah, you've never been complimented, or when you was a kid growing up, they grab your cheeks and be like, hey.
Yeah.
All right. What would you think the experience would be right now, 6/19/2025, if someone was to reach up and grab Selena's cheeks? Would they be soft?
I object. How is Miss Laticia in a position to answer this question?
I'm asking her opinion.
Is it relevant?
Yes, it's relevant.
Your Honor, this is not relevant.
Should I answer, Judge? It's okay for me to answer?
Shit, hell yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, my mic was on.
I know she objected, so I was waiting. Okay.
No, you was good. I was talking
Okay,
with
so
bad,
I would think that if we're talking about her facial cheeks,
yes,
I would think that they would be soft. They appear to be okay, but there may have been some work done.
Objection. Objection. She's drawing a narrative right now. I think her opinion has extended upon opinion at this point. She's testifying from almost a professional standpoint, and she cannot do that because she's not.
Okay, I got one for you. What about the charges of backstabbing friend? Elaborate on that charge.
So she's never been a friend of mine to backstab.
Have you been a witness to any backstabbing?
I have been
eyewitness
to backstabbing where she backstabbed Mr. Finici after him and his wife loaned her gas money.
Wow.
And Mr. Fenici had his wife on the line on StreamYard, where they admitted to loaning her gas money. And there were others who have come forward as well, such as Mr. King Wabbit, who was snaked, and Lovey Star Beating has been snaked. Mr. Vince the Sniper has also been snaked. Jamie Jules was snaked with a thumbnail.
I object. Is there going to be any evidence offered to this? Because right now, this witness is just able to name all these names willy nilly. We don't even know their relevance.
Well,
What
some
they've
of them
done.
coming up here.
Well,
And
the
I would
ones
like.
you name, if some of them come up, then they'll be relevant.
However, if they don't, then she's just been allowed to
No,
run
I
a
would
narrative.
like to
I think
enter.
that is wrong.
I would like to enter another charge now, thanks to Miss Laticia for YouTube panhandling.
I mean, Your Honor, we don't have any receipts for receipts for gas.
Panhandling? For gas?
Yeah, you said something about gas. So.
Yeah, $20 for gas.
But where is the receipt of this? If there is no receipt and no evidence, then this is just hearsay and inadmissible.
Laticia just said she snaked somebody for gas.
But where's the evidence of that?
Miss Laticia, speak.
That evidence would have to be received from Mr. Fenici.
Okay.
Who I don't know if he is in the chat, but
Yeah,
I'm referring to who I know has been snaked, as far as what I know of from.
Yeah, is it true that Fenici gave her 20?
It may have been more than 20.
Damn.
Objection. Oh, no. Your Honor.
These
Your
motherfuckers
Honor.
be trying to get a nigga.
Your Honor. This witness does not know admittedly does not know the amount. So I believe that it could have been less than 20. You can't say
I got word on the street. It was word on the street. It was 100.
Your Honor, word on the street.
Can we get some order, please?
Your Honor, word on the street.
Yeah, somebody can. If Anishi was in the chat, if y'all could get him in here, boy, that would be.
Hold on. If we could get him in here, but if not, can we acknowledge this? This witness does not know how much money exchanged.
Yo, this defendant got a job. She worked at the school.
That doesn't matter.
What is she needing gas money for?
Okay, you know what? I'll just say, like, why would a man feel obligated to give her some money?
I mean, you know why.
Yeah, right, exactly. So why wouldn't she accept it? He giving it, right? Yeah, okay.
We need to talk to Fenici.
Yeah, okay. So with that being said, since there is no
Miss POV name,
Miss
POV name about 4 or 5 other motherfuckers.
There is no, like I said, there is no evidence of how much. This witness does not know how much money exchanged hands by her own testimony.
Okay.
So what are we doing here?
All right. Anybody know Fenici? Until then, we'll strike that. All right, Miss POV. Let me get to the butter from the duck. All right. Is this here a good person?
Is Botox Betty a good person?
Exactly.
No, she is not.
Do you think she's the type of black woman that'll get a black nigga killed?
Yes, she is.
No further question.
How are you, Miss POV?
I'm doing great. How are you, Miss Lisa?
That's good. I'm doing okay myself. So I couldn't help but hear you say that Selena was never a friend of yours.
No, she wasn't.
So Selena, as you stated, could not have backstabbed you.
That is correct.
So what's your problem then?
Oh my God.
Why do you feel the need to testify on behalf of other people? Because it doesn't seem from your testimony as though you have a personal problem. Maybe you're taking up the mantle of other people's issues. Can you explain for the court? Because I don't get it.
The woman got cheeks as hard as Saw Man.
Listen, she said your witness that you called said that they appeared to be soft, and she believed that they would be. Okay.
Well, those cheeks might be soft. I'm not. I don't.
Objection. The witness was not asked a question right then. Objection. Mm-mm.
Okay, well we at
Question, Miss Lisa, is me and victim Lena have had our backs and forth. She blocked me, but continues to talk mess about me. I'm gonna keep it PG in chats and on panels, and she has threatened to know my address. So that's where me and
Dang.
Miss Victim Lena have what I would call personal
That's
issues.
that Oak Cliff shit.
So she took it offline, which I don't do.
So if we could backtrack just for just a couple sentences.
Mhm.
So you said that you all were exchanging words in the chat, and I just wonder if you never had a personal problem with her and you were never her friend, what could have possibly been said?
Objection. They don't have to be friends, man, for her to speak on the character of a person.
I
Not
just but however, can the
continue.
witness testify to that? Because I'm
She
trying to
can.
see from her POV, it is in her name specifically. So
Well, from witnessing her issues with other people, I would troll her, and she was very sensitive to my trolling, and therefore she took it up a notch to go offline with it. So
but you were trolling her.
exactly.
Why?
Objection. Why? That don't have nothing to do.
Well,
Yeah,
She is not
your
on
honor,
trial.
your honor. It speaks.
let's see.
I was about to say it's relevant. So why were you trolling her?
Because I wanted to troll her.
So you trolled her, and she responded in what you felt like was a quote unquote sensitive nature. Well, whose behalf were you trolling her under?
Oh, multiple people. I was just trolling on based on.
Yeah, objection, y'all.
Oh no,
Objection.
no, no! Your
She
honor,
trying to get charges put on the woman
your
and just
honor,
Can
your
we get order?
honor.
Can we get order?
Compel the witness to finish the
since
statement.
when?
All
So
right,
Your
now we
honor,
got
we
people
gotta
your
understand the
talking
point
honor.
now
about
No
that
talking over
trolling.
the judge.
they're not friendly. We're not friendly, but to a certain extent, she still had a experience, so she is allowed to express it. Mean we gotta accept it as whatever it's gonna be, but let her express it because you asked the question, so just let her answer it.
It was based upon her character and watching her play games with other people. So, yes, I did troll her based on her character and behavior with several other people, starting from Sister T to Rainy, and the list goes on to today.
But several other people who you admit were not you. Would you consider that to be windmilling?
Um, I, I don't think it's windmilling. I'm just pointing out her character flaws.
And so who among us appointed you the pointer of character flaws, ma'am? I think, and you correct me if I'm wrong here, that as I stated previously, you're taking up the issues of other people outside of yourself, thus proving my counterclaim of group mass hateration. And this is how it starts, people. Your Honor, I have no further questions at this time. Group hateration.
Okay.
This is where it
All right.
starts.
We have our emergency interruption. We actually got a key witness in the chat right now, and I just summons him to the courtroom.
Okay.
So hopefully he be taking the link.
Appreciate you, Laticia. I don't have any more further questions for the witness.
Well, then I have a further question.
How? You just closed out.
Because I thought if you didn't, if like
You can go, Miss Laticia. You can go. You've been badgered enough.
Well, I was gonna say, if you're gonna Bible thump, you should probably just put it out there that you're a hypocrite, and you're a hypocrite.
What part of the Bible do you think that she has gone against at this point?
Plenty.
Such as,
many
such as, but not limited
broken.
to.
How many?
Let's go. What she do?
By injecting Fix-A-Flat in her body and deterring the
objection. That is hearsay. That testimony is hearsay. What about what you? What do you know? What do you know for a fact that she has been a hypocrite about concerning the good book?
She wanted to do harm to her neighbor.
First of all, there are many songs and verses that talk about how to deal with your enemies. Okay, and it's not kind.
But we talk about neighbor.
She was violating her neighbor, Vince, and she wanted to make him jealous.
Right, another woman's husband.
And he has a wife, and that is a violation of one of the commandments.
Right.
Exactly. Exactly. Is somebody gonna tell Vince
Thank you,
that?
Laticia. Thank you, Laticia.
Is someone gonna remind Vince of this?
She is coveting.
Is someone at any point gonna remind this victim below me of this?
We ain't even talking about that. Laticia, keep going on. What's she doing?
Skinny, I'm about to get you some video proof.
Yeah. That's what I'm waiting on.
He wanted to make Vince jealous by going to Chili's 2 for $20 with Garrica. And Vince didn't fall for it, so it made her upset. And she got mad because moonlight hit the panel. And she didn't like that. So she became jealous and wanted to rub it in. So she kept flirtating with Mr. Garrica and thinking it was going to rub Mr. Vince the Sniper the wrong way.
And why would it rub Mr. Vince the Sniper the wrong way? He is married per the testimony, per the books.
I know.
Why would it rub him the wrong way? Why do you think she had that impression?
I have no idea why this Jezebel would think that she could come.
It seems like you don't have any idea about a lot.
I know.
Objection, Your Honor. Is she gonna let her answer?
You asked me my thoughts, and this is where it comes from, because she jumped on that panel when Garrett was talking shit about Vince and wanted to stop him from proceeding and never admitted he was lying.
So,
and Skinny was
check the backscat, Skinny.
I got some evidence.
Can I make a statement? Because I believe.
No, you wanted evidence. You wanted evidence.
I think that the witness has threatened to beat up my client.
I got that. Shout out to Thick Cup for getting that. Appreciate that.
Shout out to Thick Cup.
Our loyal Woach citizens.
Hey, there's the evidence. Bam. So we can say, motherfucker borrowing money from internet person.
Okay, hold on. Let's talk about it. Because I don't see nothing on there that say I'm gonna pay you back, because a lot of times in the transaction it says what the transaction was for. What I'm looking at is $100 that passed between one married man's hands to a single woman's hands. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at some money that was inappropriately passed. So if you want to call somebody to the stand, if you want to talk about some evidence, I think that this proves that my client, like I said before, like I led with,
is a
victim, and these married niggas love giving these single hoes money, don't they?
Single hoe? Well, I never.
Well, maybe she gave Fanicia the hand job.
well,
maybe 2 of them. She paid 100.
Listen, okay. This is not a laughing matter anyway.
I can't tell, man. You was talking to this lady. This lady is a character witness. She's
I am speaking about this evidence right now.
Well, let's talk about the evidence, man. It says payment.
So like I said,
you said it wasn't 20. You said it wasn't 30. I said it was possibly 100.
From this I do ass man, okay, to this single ass woman. Right. I see $100 flat. I don't see a borrow. I see where this man gave her money and now he's salty, and just like how salty niggas do. Look at it. Look at this. This is crazy. Crazy.
Man, I wanted to see, man, if that thing was real or Memorex.
Well, apparently it was real. You see the transaction. He said, vouched. Bam, bam.
His wife signed off on the money.
Listen, it takes all kinds. I don't,
Come on, man. The
I
man
can't
was
personally,
helping out a
I can't
friend.
personally. Okay, exactly. Exactly. He was helping her out.
Exactly
Okay, but
what you
again,
said. He
okay,
was
but
helping
like
out a
like I
friend,
oh
and she
no, he no
backstabbed it,
no
man.
nope he was nope it's a questionable transaction with questionable motives. You know what I'm saying? Between possibly questionable individuals,
Chase,
it's all questionable.
Chase. I don't have no further questions for this lady. Lisa can't just keep calling the lady back up.
At least
I've
it's on
no
you if you got anything else.
um well, I have no further questions at this time.
Thank you, Miss POV.
Thank you for having me.
All right. All right, we're gonna I got another witness that I would like to call up here, man. Mr. Thaddius. Can you swear him in, please?
All right, Mr. Thaddeus, do you promise to tell the truth and the whole truth, so swear you in by roach?
Yes, sir, I do.
Proceed.
Thaddeus.
What's going on, Mr. Skinny?
I'm doing quite fine, sir. How about you?
Doing pretty good.
How long have you known this Selena?
Well, I wouldn't say known, but known of.
Yes.
Around about 4 years.
4 years. Have you had any interactions, personal interactions with her?
You mean on the app or outside the app?
On and outside.
I wouldn't say personal interactions, but I've had interactions with her, yes.
On the app or outside?
On the app. Outside the app, no.
Would you say that your interactions on the app have been friendly, or are they to the I don't really fuck with her like that vibe?
Well, it was friendly at one point, but now I don't really fuck with her like that.
Could you tell us why?
Well, I'm not quite sure, to be honest. I do know that we were cool at one point, but some things transpired where people had opinion about her and they had jokes. So I'm assuming that I got blocked by her because I laughed at some of the jokes, but I never said anything about her personally.
Okay. I can see that this is possibly real traumatizing to you and you don't want to spit out everything. But I need you right now to just push that to us aside and let us know why you all are no longer cool.
Like I said, I got I laughed at some jokes. That's the only thing I can really
Did
think of.
laughing at the jokes result in you getting blocked?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so that's why you don't like her. Okay. So now we
Well,
get
well,
it.
well, well,
So
well. I wouldn't
she
say that.
no.
I wouldn't
But
say just that.
what I'm saying is, so she will use and weaponize the block button
Yeah,
just to get. Oh,
objection,
I
Your
ain't even
Honor.
get to answer.
Objection, Your Honor. This prosecution is leading the witness. Prosecution is testifying at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Um, all of the above.
All right, let him finish answering.
I done forgot now. She does this every time. I done forgot. Matter of fact, I don't have no further questions.
Hi, Thaddeus.
What's going on, Lisa?
Nothing. How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
You don't like being blocked, huh?
I really don't care, to be honest with you.
So how did blocking cause a problem?
Well, it didn't cause a problem. I think she didn't like my opinion about her behavior when an incident happened between her and Miss Lovey Star
Okay, and where did you offer your opinion?
on my panel, on my channel.
So
On his own
you
channel.
so you publicly inserted yourself
On
into
his
an
own
issue
channel, my nigga.
between two
What,
black women. Is that
what,
correct?
On his
no,
own
ma'am. No,
goddamn
no, no,
channel.
ma'am. No, ma'am. I wouldn't say that that's correct. I didn't insert myself in anything. I was just covering the content that I was interested in.
That's not exactly true though, is it, Mr. Thaddeus? You testified.
Victimizing
This is
the
just a
block
second ago.
button.
I don't know how you forgot that um you were telling jokes about her on your panel. Is that correct? So you at that point had picked a side and you were inserting yourself, as I previously stated, into two black women's affairs, like you black men do a lot
Oh, wow.
around here. Isn't that right? Isn't that what you did?
And no, ma'am. No, ma'am. That wouldn't be correct.
Okay. Do you think that you should just be able to say whatever you want without consequence?
No, I wouldn't say without consequence, but I should be able to say whatever I want.
Of course, it's a free country. However, should you be able to say whatever you want without consequence and without the topic of your conversation possibly feeling a way about the things that you're saying?
Objection. My witness is not on trial.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
No,
you.
no.
Your witness, nigga.
Reword.
Which part was
Rephrase
inappropriate?
your question. Rephrase your question,
Which
please.
Just
part was
rephrase your
inappropriate, Your
question.
Honor?
It's kind of aggressive question.
Rephrase it.
Oh, okay. Um,
Rephrase it.
why were you telling jokes about my client on your panel live in front of your audience?
To be fair, I was telling jokes about everyone that I was covering in that content, not just Miss Selena.
So because you lumped her in with other subject matter, is she not supposed to maybe have feelings about the things that you were saying?
Well, all right. It's like this, Lisa. The issue that she had with me is because I pointed out, as a Christian woman, you should not wish death on anyone.
Ah,
Jesus
That is
H. Christ.
unchristianlike to wish death
why do you
on
say that? Why do you say that, Daddy?
Jesus.
Because if you look at the teachings and the following of a Christian person,
Right.
wishing harm or death on another person would be shunned upon.
So you think that there aren't verses in the Bible that support righteous harm done to your enemies? You think there's
Objection, man. Excessive
you think
Bible
there's nothing
talk,
that
man.
support that?
Objection. Excessive Bible talk.
Because so basically what you're saying is
What- I'm
you said a lot of things not only about
Objection.
this woman personally, but you assaulted her faith, which you know how people hold their faith very dear to them.
dearly.
That is,
Yep.
though, you don't think that that's
Come
disrespectful?
on.
No, I don't think it's disrespectful when you're telling the truth. The truth cannot be disrespectful.
You said that it's against the Bible to wish death on your enemies.
I didn't say against the Bible. No, you're misquoting me. I didn't say that.
What did you say?
I said it's shunned upon. I said that a person of the Christian faith should not be telling someone that they should die.
It's shunned upon, man.
Biblically, people beg God to smite their enemies regularly, and He obliges. Okay, so let's leave that alone, okay? Because obviously you don't know what you're talking about. So I'm gonna move on to a different question.
Thank you.
You didn't have any personal problems with Selena. Very similarly to the other light skinned witness who was just up
Oh
here.
wow. No, I didn't have
That's
any
right.
personal issue with her. No, I didn't.
So, since you didn't have any personal issues with her, would it be correct to say that you were again in inserting yourself into somebody else's issue? You were taking on this issue for yourself, maybe like in a group like way. Like this is a
No,
group. It's already three of y'all. Okay,
no,
we already got three of y'all in the group. You know what I'm saying?
no,
So what's going
Mm.
on here?
no. I simply was
Objection,
doing.
man. It's not a group. If I'm calling witnesses, so is your witnesses a group?
No, my witnesses aren't related, but there's something very similar about these witnesses that are coming up here.
Objection, Your Honor. Like,
What's the
come on, man.
similarity?
Yeah, come on, man.
They're wabbits.
Say what?
Say
They're
it louder.
wabbits. They're wabbits.
Oh no, that's not true.
Oh, it is true.
I mean,
It is
I
true.
am a wabbit.
So
I am a
it
wabbit.
is true
That
so far.
that part is true. But you are making a correlation that is incorrect to say,
Okay.
oh, they only are speaking on it because they're wabbits. That would be
Oh, no,
incorrect.
no, 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 no. What I am saying is that you are definitely speaking on it or speaking on things involving her on someone else's behalf, not your own.
That would be incorrect.
Are you winning?
Objection, Your
Are you
Honor.
winning with
Objection.
Thaddius? Are you
Objection.
a windmiller?
Objection, Your Honor.
That would be
Objection.
incorrect.
Objection, Your Honor. She's trying to point and portray witnesses as being in a gang.
I'm trying to point to a windmiller,
Oh wow.
just like the windmiller who was just up here. Y'all arms should be tired.
Objection, Your
Tired.
Honor. Objection.
Well, hold on. Mr.
Lawyer,
Vince is still
lawyer
on here.
Lisa,
Mr.
who am
Vince.
I windmilling
Hold on,
for?
hold on,
She
hold on,
is
Mr. Thaddeus.
tripping, man.
Mr. Vince, unmute.
She is tripping, bro.
Do you identify as a wabbit?
No, I don't.
Thank you, man.
Okay.
She's
Okay,
tripping,
you
bro.
go back
Throw
on
that,
mute.
hey, bro. Man, I'm gonna ask, man, nicely, man,
I had to be
because
fair.
I know that the counselor, she has a family and stuff like that, but I'm gonna ask nicely, man. If she keeps doing this, she might need to be in contempt, man, Your Honor, man. Because, man, this is ridiculous,
And can I say, Lisa, to answer your question, I simply was doing a reaction to content that was put out on YouTube. It had nothing to do with, oh, I'm windmilling for this
man.
person,
Man,
or I'm
people
taking
should be
this
able to
person's
do,
side.
man.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What was the last thing you said?
The
I
man
said it
say
had,
he do content.
yeah, it had nothing to do with taking anyone's side and defending them against Selena.
So it was only coincidentally that you said disparaging things about my client and not about the people that you identify with.
Well, your client, she felt strongly about my opinion, and you know, it led to, which I think I was already blocked before that. Yeah, I was already blocked, so it really didn't matter.
It sounds to me, per your testimony, that this all stems from hurt feelings over a block. And I gotta tell you, this sound real familiar.
No, no,
Mhm.
no, no, no.
Yes,
You
it
you
do.
have it. You got
Oh
it all
yeah,
wrong, Lisa,
it
because I
sounds
really didn't care about
familiar.
getting blocked.
Oh, oh, okay. Because this seemed like this is the second block situation, involving a group of people where they are lashing out in a group hateration fashion against my client.
Your Honor, how long you gonna let
Yeah,
this go on?
I have no further questions at this time for for
Thank
the for the
Okay.
windmiller Thaddeus up
Okay.
here
How long you gonna let it go?
All right.
or the victim
You
Vince
got
down
anything
there.
else,
I don't
Mr.
How
have
Skinny?
long
nothing
you
else
gonna
to
let
say.
it
you.
go? How long you gonna let it go?
You got anything else, Mr. Skinny?
No, 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 no.
All right, Mr.
I have
I
a I'm
appreciate you, Thaddeus, coming
No
in.
problem, no problem, man.
I
Appreciate you,
got
pimp.
another witness that I want to call, man.
oh
I
okay.
want to bring up Miss Jamie Jules to the stand. Can you swear?
Yes.
Miss Jamie Jules, do you promise to tell the truth and the whole truth in the name of Woach?
Yes.
Proceed, Skinny.
How you doing, Miss Jules? Do you mind if I call you Jamie?
Jamie is fine.
All right, Miss Jamie. Miss Jamie, man, I understand from these records here you was raised out west.
Mm-hmm.
That good old West Coast sunshine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I'm pretty sure, growing up, coming up, once you was like a senior in high school or whatever, you got like your homegirls, little brothers that might be, in the 8th grade or 7th grade, and they probably look kind of fondly of you and probably like catcalled you in the neighborhood sometimes, like, ooh, look at Jamie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You went through that?
I went through that in 8th grade. I had a 30, I wore a 38D.
Objection. Objection. This witness is trying to sway the jury right now. Her bra size is irrelevant to this
I'm
conversation.
saying
Your
that
Honor,
the
Her
Let the
catcall
oh,
question. Let the
started
question fin.
early.
irrelevant.
Let
Your
the
Honor,
question
she was in
finish.
8th grade.
I bet. Oh, I bet.
Take your notes right now, and you come back to all this stuff that's gonna get answered.
Your Honor, she was in 8th grade. As long as ain't no Browns or anybody around, I don't think, ain't nobody gonna be looking at it in that way.
Gotcha.
But yes, Miss Jules, to answer your question. In
Yes.
8th grade, you had a what?
A 38D.
So once you got to 12th grade, what did it increase to?
It stayed there.
Oh, it stayed there. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're walking around
No.
high school as a senior with a 38D that you
Mm,
acquired since 8th grade. So
yeah.
now you're in 12th grade with it. So now you got 8th grade boys who not used to it. And when they, see you walking in the neighborhood or
I don't like
whatever,
that
you know what
shit
I'm
for
saying?
sure,
Do they
bro.
be like,
Is this a
I don't
cause
like
hey,
that
for a
shit.
mistrial on
Jamie?
the basis the
Mm-hmm.
defendant has a
I don't like that
justified
shit.
court
Hey,
order like a
Jamie.
restraining order on all
So,
these witnesses?
so would you find it beyond the realm of possibility that Vince the Sniper could remember how Selena looked in the 12th grade if he was in the 8th grade?
Absolutely.
So, do you think that Vince the Sniper would be an expert? Because now, Jamie Jules, if you was ever to go back to your hood growing up, I'm pretty sure those same guys who are now 5 years younger than you would be like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, Jamie, you still fine.
Mm-hmm.
So
They,
Vince
and
should
they
be,
will remind me of my breast size too.
yeah, so Vince should be able to be an expert in speaking on how Selena looked then and now.
Right.
No further questions. We got another charge. Flying low say, is this a cause for a mistrial on the basis the defendant has a justified block order, aka restraining order, on all these witnesses?
That's a good point.
Who?
That's a good point.
Who?
I feel like that charge should definitely be entered into the record.
Got a
Where's this
what?
order?
Yeah. Where is it?
What?
Yeah, it's here now. Flying low,
Um.
put money on
Uh.
it.
And Thaddius attested to it. Everybody that's come up here has attested to this block order. That's the restraining order. Everybody's admitted to it. You're
Jamie
What
restrained.
Jules didn't
training
say
order?
that.
Restrain yourself.
What training order?
Yeah, Jamie Jules didn't say that. Vince didn't.
That means y'all blocked.
What about the nigga that gave her
I'm
the
blocked.
100? He blocked?
I
Yes.
don't recall being blocked.
Probably, especially probably right after he sent it. I don't
God
know.
damn.
I don't recall being blocked.
I don't have no further questions for Miss Jules, though. So, Lisa, it's your
How you doing, Miss Jules?
I'm good. How you doing, Miss Lisa?
I'm doing all right. I didn't. I've seen you before, haven't I?
Mm-hmm.
Where have I seen you before? You look real familiar. Where have I seen you before?
You've seen me here. You've seen
Oh.
me in Sis chat. You've seen me in Vince chat. Well,
Uh-uh.
you might not see me in Vince chat.
Did I have I seen you? I've seen you up here though in Woach Court,
Hmm.
right? Did I see you in were you here during Grant v. Woach? What?
Nope.
You weren't a witness for that?
I don't remember. I don't recall.
Hmm. Because it seems to me like maybe you have a history of falling out with female content creators. Is that true?
Nope.
Hmm.
That is not true.
So what's your problem then? Why do you have a problem with my client?
I was called up. I was called as a witness.
Mm.
And what have you seen? Have you seen anything that my client has done negatively?
Well, she put me on a
She wasn't
thumbnail.
called. She wasn't objection. She wasn't called up there. She testified to what I asked. If this woman is not gonna give her a line of questioning on that, I think it should be stricken.
I don't see why it should be stricken. Um, I don't think there's anything wrong with my
Well,
line
if
of
that was
question.
our only purpose, it might be
If what was her only purpose?
to answer that one question.
So I'm not able to
Yeah,
counter.
you are, but you got to
Okay.
make it. You got to make your case.
So
Don't
because for
worry about what they
because for
said. You worry
because for
about what
some reason,
you got to cook on your side.
okay, the prosecution felt it necessary or that you had something valuable to add to their case.
I do.
And I didn't quite hear what that was. What is it? What do you have to add to the prosecution's case?
I was put on a thumbnail with a snapshot of something that I said.
Oh
And
man.
whoever sent it to her
Hmm.
told her I was talking about her. So she made a whole live about me.
Oh, is this elementary school?
Were you talking about her?
No, we weren't even talking about her in Skinny's chat at all.
Mm, mm, mm.
Hmm.
So
However, so you've never had any issues with my client previous to that.
Nope.
I didn't think me and her had any issues at all. Once Brainy went her way and Selena went her way, I didn't think we had any issues at all until the
Why would that
thumbnail.
be something that you and why would that have been something that you were involved in between her and Rainey?
I didn't have anything to do with that. I just witnessed what happened. That's all.
Mm. So
I don't like that
basically
shit.
what
For
you're
sure,
saying
bro.
is that you
Selena,
I don't
doctor,
like
no
that
the
shit.
night briefing has
other than a
some where
potential
things can we
I
see
don't
the
like
misunderstanding,
that shit.
Walsh,
For sure.
license or credentials, I
other than
think,
a
is
potential
masquerading as a
misunderstanding,
doctor.
you don't have any issue with my client actually.
I didn't.
We gotta enter this into evidence. It is what it is. Says Selena's doctor note might be fake, and somewhere things can we see Dr. Walsh's doctor's license or credentials. I think he's masquerading as a doctor.
I already told y'all, fuck Dr. Waltz.
Yeah, man. Dr. Walsh on that bullshit. He treat
I
everybody,
thought we was
man.
clear on that part.
But go ahead, Lisa, with your line of questioning.
Listen, and I think it's wrong.
Mm.
I think it's wrong for the doctor being thrown out because if that's the case, this will be the second case where Dr. Waltz has offered expert testimony. And it has been at least accepted and entered into evidence both times. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the problem with it this time.
All right.
But so just for clarification and so that we can have it on the record. Miss Jules, who do you in as far as groups go, if we could ever be a part of any groups for real, right? What would you identify as?
I
Mm.
identify as that
Objection, Your
motherfucking
Honor.
Jules.
Not
What-
objection, man.
Listen,
Objection, man. What? Hey, listen, man. We're not trying to get shut down up here. Whatever a person wants to identify as, that's their own personal right.
Business. Yeah.
I just wanted to put it on the record. I am not adding or saying anything or making any type of assumptions based off of her answer. I just want it down for the record. You
But I'm
identify as what
saying
now?
people of all orientations are welcome up here. They don't have to answer.
Right, our orientations. However, for the record, just for the record, it doesn't add or subtract from any guilt or innocence or
Well,
anything
then that
having to do with
line
your
of questioning should be
credibility.
struck, and then if it don't
No,
have no
nothing to do with your credibility. But could you just, for the record, state,
she's
you
straight.
know, where you belong?
She's straight.
What do you mean? Where do I belong?
She's heterosexual.
What group do you identify as? What do you
Heterosexual.
are you a wabbit, Miss Jules? Let's just cut to the chase. Are you a
Oh man,
wabbit?
we back on that again. Objection, Your
Order,
Honor.
order,
Objection.
order.
Are you a wabbit?
Let I answer.
Objection.
No, I'm not a wabbit. I'm a
Oh,
Thank
I'm not a rabbit. I'm a wabbit. Supporter.
uh, a wabbit.
Supporter. hmm
A wabbit.
It's like
I have no further questions, Your Honor. A
yeah,
wabbit.
a wabbit
A
supporter.
wabbit.
A wabbit supporter.
A wabbit.
Just
you.
like
Your
a
Honor.
skinny
Nope.
naughty, skinny hottie supporter.
No, 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 no,
Your Honor.
Okay, so
no.
I can't support both.
Your Honor.
You can support both,
Your
but you belong
Honor,
to
she
the wabbit,
can't make her, and
and
Your
I
Honor,
think
she
that
can't
acting like it's
make her
anything other than
answer.
that, I think it's
Your Honor,
I
you're
crazy.
gonna have
support
to
the
put her in
outlaws.
contempt.
It's
She got to
crazy to
record her
act like
whole
it's anything
answer.
other than that.
She can't cut her off when she says supporter and be
Yeah,
like
she's
wabbit and try to cut off the
Because
supporter.
I want Miss Jules to tell the truth.
She's a supporter. She just said it.
I'm a wabbit supporter. I'm a skinny supporter. I'm a outlaw supporter.
You're a friendly chatter, huh? You're all over the place.
I go wherever I want to go.
she said she
Jesus
mingle
H.
mingle.
Christ.
Mm.
I be way over in the Mo 3 sector. I be
Man,
way
how
over
long
there.
is we gonna take for this line? I thought she said she ain't had no
Listen,
further questions.
AK
I
47
was
chat.
just remarking. You
Yeah,
see
I'm all over the place. But
exactly.
I don't understand the line of question though.
Me neither.
If I'm a supporter,
But if you all are
Shit, I'm
answering,
trying to.
shit.
Me
but
neither.
if y'all are answering it, it's still on the record, so it
Yeah,
don't matter.
yeah, but I'm just
She's
saying,
a
man.
wabbit. I have no further questions, like I
You
stated.
specifically asked if I was a wabbit. And
Yes,
I said I'm a wabbit supporter.
you could have just said yes or no. Are you a wabbit?
And you could have just accepted supporter.
Are you a wabbit? Yes or no?
Your
I'm a
Honor,
wabbit
come on
supporter.
now. We really getting anywhere now.
You see that?
No, we're not.
Like I
All
said,
right.
I have no further questions. But you okay?
Mhm.
If you don't got nothing else, Skinny, I think we good.
Thank you, Miss Jules.
I have another.
No,
I have
hell
another.
no. You can't
Wait a
sit in there.
minute,
Hey,
cause
it's
T
just
Y is
like,
back.
yo,
Cause T Y
Yeah.
objection.
is back.
Hey, Your Honor,
All right, all right,
no,
all right.
He
We
listen,
got
mine.
to
Go
Hey,
ahead,
can we
listen,
get
Jules.
order?
listen.
Can we get order?
Your Honor, listen. It's like, listen. Once she releases the witness, it's like chess. I
I did
can't
not
sit
release
there
the
and say,
witness.
yo, I don't have no further question, Your Honor, but she says there's no further question. I've already asked mine. Now, once
It's
she sees
okay.
that I don't have any more, she can't
I
say,
called
oh,
a
well,
whole
I
nother
got
witness.
some.
I called a whole nother witness.
I
I
got another
called.
witness already ready.
Okay.
I got to let him. We got to let him come up.
All right.
I appreciate
Anything
you,
else?
Miss Jules.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry you had to get bashed like this. All right, I want to call Sis to the stage. Can you swear me?
Says, do you promise to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you, Woach?
Absolutely, Rabbit.
You got him, Skinny.
Is it okay if I call you Sis?
No problem, sir.
Sir, how are you affiliated with the defendant, Miss Selena?
I'm associated with Selena for a long time. We've been cool off and on the scenes, and just as I am King Wabbit, her rabbit name is Jessica Wabbit. So I'm very familiar with her.
Mm. So, has she ever asked you for any change?
No,
Okay. But you're very familiar with it, though.
absolutely. I'm an eyewitness, as a matter of fact.
So you've been, for how many years would you say you've been familiar with this woman?
Going on about 3 years, maybe 4 years.
3 years. Out of those 3 or 4 years, how long was y'all on good terms?
Uh, about maybe about one or two. A
During
good,
those 1 or 2 good years, I mean, can you
mhm.
explain them? Was it like, was it like a mentor or mentress thing? Was you trying to help her with her stuff? Or was it just like basically like I'm just supporting content creators, she's supporting you types?
Well, it, things were gradual. It started off as just knowing her in the chats, then then Instagram, then Discord, and uh, behind the scenes, maybe there's some support and maybe insight as to how I feel about certain things, personal questions and stuff like that. But on YouTube, in the chats, it was cordial, flirting, uh, regular chatting stuff.
Right. Has she ever exposed certain body parts to you off of
Objection.
oh my god, bro.
Objection on what ground?
I object on the grounds that that is not relevant to this case.
What we trying to see the nature of
How
a
is not
relationship.
relevant when you was just talking about motherfuckers goddamn stripping and shit, man?
I was not talking about nobody stripping. What is you
I
talking
mean, you was
about?
just talking about somebody's breast size.
I was not talking about anybody's breast size. That was your witness.
Go ahead, Judge.
I object on that. I don't feel like it's relevant.
I
I
mean, it's
don't think
relevant
anybody
if you let me get to my
no.
question.
Yeah. Let him finish the question.
Mr. Sis, have she ever exposed her body parts to you behind the scenes?
Exposed, as in like showed the skin,
Yeah,
or
exposed as
no,
in like show
no
you.
skin, no skin, no,
No skin.
no.
Has she ever twerked for you behind the scenes?
Objection.
Absolutely.
Your
Oh
honor.
my
This is
God, bro!
not relevant. This is not relevant, your honor. This is not relevant to the case, and I think that
Shout
I
out to
think it is
Ghostface
I want to
Truck.
know the
an
intimacy
inappropriate
of the
line.
I want to know the intimacy of the relationship.
Thank you, man. I'm
So then
coming
when he
to that. I'm
speak, I
getting to
make
that. I'm
these
getting to that,
words can
John.
be
I'm getting
taken
to that,
to.
John.
So
Has she
yeah,
ever
hallelujah.
twerked for you in private?
Uh, for me in private, she twerked for a crowd of people,
No,
a
just
group of
you,
people.
just you, just you.
Me by myself, no. I was a part of a group
Okay, you was part
that
of a group,
that
so it
that.
was kind of
Your
like
honor.
it wasn't.
Oh,
It
I
wasn't.
object.
Hold
Oh
on, I
God,
didn't.
that's terrible.
Her twerking for a group, it solidifies Vince's claim that she's a thought. That's what I'm getting to, Judge. If you want to get to what I'm saying,
We got
I
to
don't know
clarify
what this
group.
woman
Was
has
it
been
men,
drinking
women,
tonight.
women, men?
Uh, yeah, if she would let me ask the question, we'll find it out.
So okay, well, I will accept. The only way I will not object to this testimony is if Mr. Webby exposes all the rest of the group of men
Or women?
How you gonna?
And women.
and
And
women
women, right?
who
I
are
mean,
who all was there.
uh,
Nobody, but nobody married up
Lovey
in
was
there while
there,
she was
Man,
Tiki was there, Cece was there, I was there, Pronoun 01 was there, Draco was there. I, I might forget one or two names.
it was a wabbit party, man.
exactly a wabbit party. I'll allow you to continue though. You keep
But
going.
your
Uh,
defendant was there, though, man. I'm about to get
no,
there.
right. No,
Okay,
we're
okay. Can
gonna
I
get
get there
there.
though? But can I
Yeah,
get there?
absolutely.
All right. Well, see, she twerked in front of a variety of people, right?
Yes.
After that twerking debacle, was it alleged that she had surgery done?
Uh, by who?
I don't know about who. I guess Dr. Walls.
If you actually need my opinion, I
Yeah,
can give you that.
yeah. Your opinion. Was it any surgery?
It appears that way. I can't say for sure, but it looks, weird.
What about saw cheeks?
Saw cheeks. What does that mean?
Do you notice she got cheeks like Saw?
Objection.
I don't understand the question.
Oh God.
Objection.
Well, what about Nike eyebrows?
Nike eyebrows.
Yeah,
I guess when
The Saw man cheeks is the man who rides the bike in Saw.
yeah,
And they say
not
she got like a lot of Botox in there, and so it kind of makes her look like a living Saw.
not mercy. I'm not familiar with the
You're
with
not
the rest.
familiar with that, but you think the derriere has been tampered with.
It just looks off to me.
It looks off. Does it look lopsided?
Objection.
I'm asking
Objection.
them.
He is objection. Prosecution
I'm
is
trying to
leading the
find out
witness.
what off is.
Prosecution is leading the witness. He
How
is
I'm
giving him
leading? The man
specific
said
words
off.
at every turn. He is
Oh
leading the witness
God.
specifically to answers. This is inappropriate. You know, at listen, this is gonna end up being a mistrial. You guys keep on.
Man, I rule, man, that this woman be in contempt, Your Honor, man.
All right now. Y'all finish with the questions. Finish the questions.
Thank you, man. All right, man. Listen. Mr. Sis,
Yes, sir.
you said that y'all was cool at one point in time and now you not. Would you attest to that's being a bad friend? Like that's being a backstabbing friend.
Well, that she can be a backstabbing friend, definitely. The thing about it is, I saw a lot of behavior patterns that I tried to stop and tried to. I saw things about to occur that I tried to stop, and then I came to the realization that this person really instigates and wants things to prolong even when they don't need it to, and it's usually because of a grudge. So they hold grudges and they pretend. So there was a lot of talking behind the scenes about other people and that they cool with, and those things were real questionable. Were real questionable.
So, do you think, all jokes aside, this is a serious question. Do you think that the seriousness is being lost in this as far as it being a Woach trial, as far as Vince could have lost his life if Garrett was really on that type of time?
Uh, I don't know if the seriousness is being lost. The Wolf trial is what it is, and it's very entertaining. Uh, the thing about it is, even the prosecutor knows she's lying. You know what I'm saying? So it's real hard. It's real hard to not acknowledge the fact that, hey, she's messy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, we can have fun, but
Mm-hmm.
there is no doubt that the thing she's doing has to be acknowledged as messy, and there's no way around it. So it just is what it is, and we can make whatever fun about it. But everybody sees what this is, so
Mm-hmm.
no getting around that.
Mm-hmm. So let me make it plain. Um, do you think that she chose Garrick over her hometown homeboy?
I think she chose. Uh, I think she chose whoever. I think she chose the person that showed her the most loyalty, or what she thinks is loyalty.
Mm. Like that hunted.
Um, The 100 was loyalty. In that situation,
Right, right, because she needed some
in that
cash.
situation, Fenici was being talked about, was talked to behind the scenes about me, and
Mm,
he was told personal things about me that only he could have told him.
mm,
He came, he told him my name, told me things about my father.
mm.
You know, um, but the circumstances that he told me this true information was under lies. I was like, wow, so she told you truth with lies, and I can't deny that she told him these things. She had to. So
So
with that
basically,
story,
that's backstabbing you.
right, right.
Okay,
So
okay, that's what it
I,
was.
I'm here. I'm here I can confirm that these things are happening, and so can a lot of other people. And people fear being blocked. And the thing about being blocked is, it's not like you're getting blocked first and getting upset. You're speaking something that is the truth and getting blocked as a punishment. So I think the prosecutor might want to analyze
Weaponizing,
that.
weaponizing,
Right.
I'm the defense attorney.
I mean, I'm sorry, the defense.
weaponizing,
Yeah.
weaponizing the block button, man.
Right. So it's definitely not the other way around where people are getting blocked and then they're outraged. No, they're speaking up to what they know is true, and then they're being blocked because of it.
Mm, mm, mm. Your witness.
How are you doing, Mr. Sis Wabbit? Is
I'm
it
yes, yes.
Sis Wabbit? That's funny that you would come up here with that name. Coincidentally,
Mm-hmm.
about 3 or 4 people that were up here before you
Mm-hmm.
share the same designation. Do you think that that's a coincidence?
No, because the defendant shares a rabbit in her name, formerly known as Rabbit.
So you are saying that my client was a wabbit. Not only was she a wabbit, but she was named after a sexy one, Jessica Wabbit,
Mm, mm,
right?
mm.
She named herself, man.
But I mean, it you all, went with it. You called her that. You all referred to each other as these names. Is that correct?
She named herself, man.
Just
You
like I refer to Lisa B. Absolutely, because
but
Lisa B
you
wants to be called Lisa B.
but you accepted her as a wabbit. That's how you're able to say that she was formerly one.
She named herself, man.
We were rabbits. We were rabbits. Yes, absolutely, man.
Okay. So,
She named herself, man.
other than your feelings being hurt, what is your issues? Because
I'm sorry,
I,
I didn't hear the part where I said my feelings were hurt. Did you hear
oh
that?
no, no, but I
Okay,
did
I'm
hear the
sorry.
part where your feelings was hurt.
Objection,
I'm
speculation.
sorry. I didn't hear
Objection.
that part.
I didn't hear the part where you said your feelings was hurt.
Objection,
You sure? You
speculation.
sure didn't?
I heard
You
your
sure
heart
didn't? But
breathing.
it seems like
I
you're
heard it.
saying something I didn't say.
It was audible.
Objection.
Seems like you're
It was
hearing
Nah.
it was
things that I didn't say.
audible.
Mhm.
When you came up here,
Objection now.
and you spilled your guts and all
Spilled
your
my guts.
and all your personal feelings and emotions all over this courtroom.
Sound like you got a lot of opinions there. Defense.
And it sounds like you have a lot of feelings, and all 3 of them was hurts. All of them
Ob-
I have three
objection.
feelings.
were
What?
they hurt?
Objection. What does it
When?
have to do with
When
the
did I have?
question?
Listen,
Why do I only have three feelings? And what are the three feelings that you're giving me?
obviously it's anger, sadness,
Hmm.
and regret. Um, these feelings are palpable, sir, not only with you, but also, with the witnesses that came before you. It sounds like I'm just being inundated with just frivolous complaints and no
Oh.
evidence
Is
and
there a question somewhere? Where's the
Exactly, man. Yo,
anger?
so is it a
are
frivolous
Man,
either of
complaint that a
you the
man
man,
almost
man,
bailiff,
got lined up
neither
for
man,
of
Chili's?
you are
man,
the bailiff,
man. I
Order.
need a question, right? So
neither
if,
are
if you're
you
gonna tell me about anger, then let's go through it.
Yeah. Thank
Which
you.
no.
part am I angry about?
Thank you.
You are angry
Hmm.
and find it punitive to be blocked, and I find that interesting.
I am angry about being blocked. When did I mention me being blocked?
In what world,
He's not
Mr.
blocked.
Webb, is being blocked by anybody in this sector punitive or a punishment or anything negative?
He never said it.
Man, in what world did you hear me say that I was blocked?
He never said that.
I'm saying you're offering a lot of opinions, a lot
I'm
of
Right?
opinions
offering eyewitness
about the
testimony.
no,
You're
no,
offering opinion, ma'am.
no,
You don't see the difference?
you're
You don't know what an
offering
opinion is?
no,
An opinion is what you're
you're
doing.
offering feelings about how other people feel about being blocked.
I
And
didn't
you
say
said,
that.
yes, you
I
did.
didn't
You
say
Objection.
said
that.
that some
Badgering the
people may
I
witness.
feel,
said that they
some
were being
people
blocked as a punishment. But
that
we're
is
talking about me right now. You said me. You said my feelings of anger. You need to tell me about me that you're saying
are
that
you
I'm
blocked?
angry,
Are you blocked
ma'am.
by the defendant?
Yes.
Objection, man. She's trying to
Oh,
portray my
the
witness as an
defendant,
angry black
the
man.
defend, no, the witness is up here being an angry black
It's
man, and
Juneteenth.
and
Right.
and on top of that, my client has a restraining order,
What?
a YouTube restraining order
Who? Who?
against this man and his group, which adds to the group
This man and his group.
hateration
Oh.
charge, hateration.
Oh
Group.
well, this is the thing.
Can we get this
This is the
presented into
thing.
evidence?
Defense. You're not asking no questions besides the one that you just asked. You was accusing
Exactly.
me of being angry. You accused me of being depressed and distressed, and I wanted to actually get to why you're saying that, but you didn't give me a chance. And then you asked me if I'm blocked, and then you use that answer to go with what you accused me of prior. But the thing is, the fact of the matter is, I'm an eyewitness, and you're not questioning whether or not I'm telling the truth. You don't care about that, do you?
Well, I haven't heard any truth to care about.
Okay,
So,
well, this is the
Uh,
truth.
so
This is the truth. Ask me a question about what she said to Fenici
okay.
about my
why
father, which I
I
mentioned, and you say you don't see no truth to that, right? So, what exactly would you need to know?
I can't ask you what she said to Fenici, sir. That's hearsay. And see, that's what a lot
Well,
of
I could tell you
and
about.
How?
that's
I
what
told
a
you
lot of
about
the
my
problem is
father.
now.
I told you about my father. You see, you're disregarding information. I don't
No,
know
I'm
if
not.
it's
No,
not
I'm not.
registered.
But what I
Okay,
am
do
telling
you
you that a
understand?
lot of the problem is now
Mm-hmm.
that you all are adopting each other's problems.
We're
And I
adapting
don't
our
know
problem.
how you all are
Okay.
adopting each other's problems. And it sounds like
Mm-hmm.
everybody's an eyewitness for each other, but nobody has a personal problem in and of itself.
What you
Jesus.
mean? This is the thing, ma'am. If I
Our
said
people are
something
not
that's
on
true,
trial, man.
if I said something that's true, why are you not acknowledging the truth?
What did
She
you say
can't
that was
handle the
true?
truth.
The woman is
What did you say?
messy. The woman is messy. Whatever the definition of messy is that we have, that you agree with, that's what it is, and we have proof of it. And it's
And
almost like you don't like that fact,
and what
but
would
that's a fact, though.
what would your definition of messy be exactly? What would your definition of messy be
Uh,
personally for you?
Starting trouble,
Starting trouble.
instigating,
Instigating
and
shit.
backstabbing behind the scenes.
Backstabbing motherfuckers.
Okay, and other than your hearsay, you did bring evidence to this trial to attest to that.
I'm a witness. I said,
She's a
ma'am, I'm a
witness.
witness. I'm an actual part. I'm one of the people that was
I
told about other people.
so instead of it doesn't sound like you're a witness. Again, if you're one of the people that's told about other people, it's just hearsay over and over and over.
No, I'm here. The witness, your client, ma'am, was talking to me about other people. I can tell you what she said. Do
Thank
you
you.
But that
care if it's true or not?
Thank
yes, I care whether or not it's true.
Okay, well, a lot of things I can tell you she said. Would you like to know?
you. She talked about the man's daddy, man.
Not even
Sure.
just talking about me. I'm talking about other people.
Jesus
Well,
Christ,
No,
man.
no,
she talked about Rainey to me. She
I
talked
know.
about Rainey to me.
In this court of law, that's the
Hmm.
evidence you're bringing.
No, that's
But
one of the things. That's one
but
of the things. I'm just telling
okay,
you. Uh-huh.
okay, but is it
That
so
lady
because
name is not to
because
be spoken in this court.
so so
Excuse me.
so
No, he can
does
Hmm.
speak it. It
does
just proves that salt and
so
pepper
do you
both ain't
think
shit.
so do you
Hmm.
think that somebody that entertains these things could possibly be considered messy as well? Because right now you telling me everything that she said to like you're willing to tell me the people that she talked to you about. Wouldn't that be considered messy?
It
No,
would be
because
considered messy. Hold on, hold on. It would be considered messy if me and her was in private. There's other witnesses. She says these things in group stuff with other people. So it's not like me and her is over here. Like I don't do that with her, not at all. But I can tell you things that other people can attest to because they witnessed it as well. Like she's messy in groups. She's not
Well,
messy. She's not just messy by herself. She's messy with other people around.
but We're talking about you and the things that you have to
We're
say
not
and
even
have
talking about
witnessed
him.
specifically.
Ma'am, I've heard her say things with my own ears in front of other people that can attest to the same thing. And you might not like it because guess what? They are rabbits. They can tell you she said it. They can tell you they was there. You might not like that. You might even say, hey, they're only saying that because they're rabbits. No, they're saying it because they're witnesses. That could be the problem. That could be the problem for you.
Listen,
But
I'm glad you said it and not me. Okay. I'm glad, for the record, okay. I'm glad we're entering that into testimony. All right, because that is what is the first truthful sounding statement I've heard you say so far, Mr. Rat.
which one? Which part? Which
That's
part?
all.
Can
You
I
Which
know,
approach
part?
the bench, man?
huh?
Can I approach the
Yep.
bench, Your Honor,
Approach
man?
bench. Yeah.
Hey,
Is it the
hey,
part about the eyewitnesses?
hey,
You
this,
heard?
this here is getting out of line, man. I don't know if this here woman has been motherfucking drinking Cisco or whatever before this here trial, man. But every
Mm.
witness that I done brought up, she's been badgering and basically putting them on trial, man. I don't know what I
That's
Can
a
got
I
to
say
large.
something?
do.
Can
That's
I
a
say
big
something,
charge
Your
to charge
Honor?
somebody drinking.
Yeah, I
Can
don't
I
know
can I
what
say
I got
something,
to
Your
do
Honor?
to get this
Hold
woman on
Can I
contempt, man.
can I say something?
All right.
I think
Lisa,
that
you got to let the questions finish
uh,
Yeah, man,
before you
goddamn.
okay,
before you respond.
I'm letting the questions
Mm,
finish, but Your Honor,
mm.
have you ever just heard a lie and it just burnt you up, Your Honor?
You got
Listen,
to tell
listen, Your
self
Honor.
self control.
I'm pleading with the court right now.
Okay.
I'm throwing myself at the mercy
You
of the
got as
court
much
right
time as
now,
you
Your Honor.
need when
All
he
right.
finish.
All
That
right.
way he won't be able to step on your time.
All right.
He got to show you the
Okay.
same respect. So let him get
Yeah,
his
man.
off,
I'm
and
just
then we
saying the prosecution just accused me of drinking in the court.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
man, you
deep.
on one, man. Goddamn, smell of breath, bro.
Oh my God.
Um, put the solo cups away.
Um, so are we finished this line of questioning?
No,
Okay, well
because
keep going.
they're I feel like to
Mm,
downplay the similarities and Mr. Webbit, we're back testifying. If I feel like to downplay these similarities, I would be I would just be ignoring the obvious
mm,
that you all in this group of people who all identify the same, all have the same problem. Everybody's pointing fingers
There a
at each
question
other.
somewhere?
Yeah,
I feel like you're about to lecture me, ma'am. I don't know what the
yeah,
Wait, wait a
question is.
minute.
excuse
Are
You're
we
me,
putting
giving a
the
lot of
bench?
telling you
opinions
all
Are we
and
the
all
still are
types
we
of
still
time,
shit.
approaching the
man.
yeah,
This
bench?
Your
is
he a little
Honor,
long
crazy.
winded.
Your
He a
Honor,
little long winded.
Your
Defense
Honor,
attorney? What the
Your
fuck is
Honor,
this?
Calm down,
listen,
witness.
I'm
Hold on.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm
Get a
just saying,
No,
Your
question.
Honor,
she
what's
shouldn't
being
really
assumed
calm
right
No,
now?
down, man.
we
Your
approaching
Honor,
the
what's
bench. The
being
witness should be
assumed?
talking.
I tried to, man.
I'm just saying. Okay,
Lisa,
so
you got
you're
to
right.
get to that
Okay,
question quicker.
okay. I'm sorry. I asked some questions. So when you were watching this group twerking session, you said that it appeared to you that my client was had some surgical alterations. Is that correct?
No, I did not say that.
What did you say? You said it appeared to be altered.
I didn't use that word.
So what was your testimony before the court?
I said it looked off.
It looked off,
Yes.
but you have no evidence that there's been any surgery involved because nobody's perfect.
I don't know if to answer the nobody's perfect part because you added that in there and it threw the whole question off.
So you can't recognize the acquisitive portion of the statement
Is
of
it a statement or a question?
it's both. So
Well, I think you're supposed to be asking a question.
so you said that it was off, but you aren't attesting to any type of surgical intervention.
I don't know anything about surgery and stuff.
But you're alleging that my
He
client has
said he didn't know how many
I'm
bloods,
talking about I first of all, I'm talking about my client's behavior at this point.
but he
Now,
answering direct.
who needs to be held in contempt?
Counsel.
So, as I was saying, this all boils down to you don't have any personal problems with my client, do you?
Personal,
He
no.
never said he did.
Why
Uh,
are objection? You can't testify on his behalf.
He said it first. He said
You can't
no.
testify on his behalf.
Okay,
You
Lisa.
don't
Well, finish with you.
Why is it an okay Lisa? Why is not an okay prosecutor? See what I'm saying?
Cause he's just you letting them get you off track. Stay of course.
After your encounter with Selena, did it leave you $100 lighter?
Say that again because you kind of went out.
I said, after your encounter with Selena, did you leave that encounter $100 lighter?
I
Or
would say
was it
yes.
more?
No, it wasn't more. It was just $100.
No further questions.
Hi, how are you doing, Fanichi?
Who am I speaking with?
I'm the defense attorney. My name is Lisa B.
Hi, Lisa B.
I have a couple of questions for you concerning what you were just asked about, which was a specific $100 transaction. Of course, you recall that you just testified about it, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, were you under any kind of duress when you gave this money?
No.
Were you threatened to give this money? You give this money or else?
Nope.
Um, you were in no way forced or coerced to give this money.
No.
Did you expect it paid back?
No.
God damn.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
All right. Nobody else got no question for him?
No.
I think you're good, Mr. Fanichi.
I would like to give Sis the chance to come back up. Give him a minute. If not, we can go into the final.
Wait, I got something to
Was I
say,
called to the
man.
stage?
Hold on, Vince.
I got something to say, man. Hold
Yeah, you're
on.
allowed to speak because he had a lot of shit to say. So
Yeah.
Hold on now. How the hell can a nigga that's banned and terminated from YouTube give any statements regarding this case?
We don't know
Well,
nothing
he's
about that.
in for PCR because technically right now he's doing Tory Lane's time because it's been some like shit that
he's
came up
real
in his
property of the
case.
state right now, so he got to
Yeah,
cover.
yeah. He probably. Hold on, Sis is back. Sis is back. Can you re-swear Sis back in?
Says, do you promise to tell the whole truth? So help you, Woach.
He's muted. Your mic muted, man. All right, Vince, go ahead back.
No, I ain't got anything else to say.
No, I wanted to hear your side because Garrick is saying that he don't need her to set you up.
Man, I
Hey,
ain't thinking
but
about nothing that bitch ass
Garrick
nigga
said
saying,
that
man.
Garrick got on the stand and basically said that he said it.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, okay. Hey, swear him back in, Chase.
So do you promise to tell the truth and the whole truth? So help you, Woach.
Yes, Rabbit.
All right, my man.
Sis, first of all, I want to apologize, man, for that horrendous line of questioning that you had to take. But now back to we had another witness up here, and it kind of contradicted what you were saying. First of all, sis, you've been around way longer than that witness, right?
That's correct.
Second of all,
I don't like that shit for
you're not
sure,
on
bro.
trial, right?
I am
Add
definitely
I don't
not.
like
Lisa
that shit.
triple S apostrophe S videos into
I
evidence
don't
to
like
Hold
that
exhibit
on.
shit
its
for sure.
It
character.
is what it is,
86
sis.
metas.
Can we submit Triple S's videos into evidence to dispute his character? 86 letters. I mean, drop them in the it is what it is. Drop the links in there. But yeah, back to Sis. So you known her longer. You've
Yeah.
seen her capabilities solo and you've seen the way she moves in a group. Seems like the more testosterone's around, the more fucking goddamn twerking goes down. So
Yes.
you have witnessed this. Now,
Yeah.
he has witnessed her in person. His testimony is different. But you, knowing this woman and what she did to you and your personal information and to you, is this woman fit to be trusted, bro?
No, she shouldn't be trusted. Neither should the witness's testimony. Uh, because for the most important thing is we would not be here today if the witness himself did not put out information that we agreed with. The witness himself is the
Well, they
one
got
who
a
said that.
charge.
Yeah, the witness is the one who said that Selena was messy and she was bringing information to him about somebody she's supposed to be cool with that he had a beef with, and he was even questioning her, why would you even bring it to me? And he said, I feel that you're being messy, and therefore I was able to say, you know what, I can agree with that, and I have evidence to show that I know that she's messy as well. And other people was able to say the same thing, and hence we have Woach trial. So it's amazing to see the witness come up here knowing he's the reason why we have Woach trial today.
Objection, Your Honor. My witness is not on trial today.
Hold on
That's what should
now.
have been said when I was being
We've
talked
been
about.
saying that. Yeah. It
That's
was
what
good
that's
for
what
the
that's what
goose.
the prosecution should have said.
I
However, he did
did.
not.
I did.
I
What's
don't
good for the
remember
goose,
that.
good for the
I don't remember hearing that.
gander.
So, Your Honor, I what I just object to that.
What this woman is drunk.
Oh, I gotta overrule that. Y'all continue.
Thank you, man. All right, now, sis, you've been. I'm just gonna say, not this woman's favorite cup of tea. I would say that. I don't know for what reason. All of that is none of my business. But at one time, she was real fond of you. Even had taken on the name Jessica Wabbit, and we know how Jessica Wabbit is proportioned. Um, was there ever any mention of her possibly giving you the nappy dugout?
Oh my God.
Not directly, no.
Oh, not directly.
No,
Indirectly.
indirectly.
Your witness.
Uh, what
I
is
would
an
like to bring
example?
to the court that this man here is YouTube married. So that's another Bible verse that she's breaking inadvertently.
I would like to bring to the court's attention that the prosecutor has prosecuted the witness's wife for being a man. With that being said,
Witness's wife for being a
I
man.
I have no further questions
Who did?
actually.
I'm still stuck at snappy dugout. But continue.
Um, yeah, I have no further questions.
Appreciate that, sis. Would you like this time to respond to anything that was said by
I would
that
like to,
witness?
by the witness. Oh no,
Okay,
thank you,
okay.
thank you
I
for having me.
appreciate you. Vince. Vince,
Yeah, I hear you.
do you have any response? Because you was kind of cut off. Because I mean, like, the man said if he want
No,
to see you, he can see you.
he don't want to see me, but no, I
Yeah, I
don't have
know
nothing
that
else
though. I
to say.
wouldn't even want you to see him. Like I know you.
No, I'm done talking.
Okay. Yeah. I move that we go to closing statements.
Lisa.
I I could so I can't call
What?
TY to the stand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
T.Y. drunk.
No, I'm not.
Oh, you
I ain't
back.
drunk.
Okay. All right. All right. Swear me in.
So Ty, do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you, Woach?
Goddamn right.
All right, Lisa.
Mr. Ray, is it okay if I call you TY?
Sure.
TY, how long have you been acquainted with the defendant?
Some years.
Would you say 2, 3?
Objection, Your Honor. Objection. This
About
man,
what?
On what
objection,
ground? What
objection. This
ground?
man had to recuse himself because of his relationship with this said person. So obviously, this is going to be a biased
Oh, yeah.
testimony.
I'm just a witness, right?
Damn it.
Excuse me, Your
That
Honor.
that he got a point.
I'm
Can I
just a witness.
excuse me? Can
That's
I
I'm
speak to
not.
that?
Yeah, but
Can
you
I
have
speak to
personal
that?
ties.
No,
No, I
excuse
gotta
me.
answer the questions.
Everybody has personal ties. That's the whole reason why they're
Yeah,
witnesses.
but everybody ain't
All right.
recused.
All right, we're gonna do it like this. This got to be off record. It
And
got to
no,
be off
and I
record.
What?
and I
That's
We're
can
gonna allow
crazy.
it. We're gonna allow it because
That's crazy.
it
and
can
wait.
sway votes. It still can sway votes.
I was about to say because
But we're gonna allow this shit to
he
get said.
he
But but
recused himself
but
in
but
an
if we want to
official
be technical
capacity
about it,
because
he did have to step down out of the role due to
no,
personal
he
affiliation.
had to
It's
step.
a conflict of interest.
That's bullshit. He had to step down from an official capacity because of his relationship with the client. That doesn't mean that he can't give character witness. In fact, it makes him more suited because he has a personal relationship. That's what character witnesses are.
Well, we allowing you to state it. It's just not on record.
Wow.
That shit still counts.
I gotta take this to the Supreme Court. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna appeal this. So
Well, you could try.
in the time that you've known my client, have you ever noticed her being messy or any type of bad behavior on these YouTube streets?
Personally, to me, no. I never sensed that, no messiness, nothing like that. So this whole case to me is kind of like, a wow for me.
Okay. So you were surprised to hear about Selena coming up for Woach trial.
Absolutely.
And I think a lot of the people in the audience, share your opinion. I think her reputation has been pretty decent on these YouTube streets, wouldn't you say?
Yes, her platform has been kind of like a neutral ground for people.
Right. And you know her to be an interviewer, correct?
Yes.
And so to interview people, you got to be kind of nosy. Oh, a little messy sometimes. You to get the butter from the duck.
Yeah, you gonna know some things you probably don't want to know, and then when it comes up, you're gonna say yeah because you heard it from somebody else. So yeah, it would become a little messy and in gray area.
Okay. Okay. So basically, what you're saying is, and your opinion isn't clouded by your personal relationship. You would be able to observe her behavior from an objective standpoint and make those statements, right?
Yes, and like I said, this is coming from a personal, and you know what I'm saying, because I have talked to her on personal things other than YouTube.
Okay. I have no further questions at this time.
How you doing, Mr. Ray?
All right, how's it going?
Hey, I couldn't be doing better, man. Miss
You got someone
Selena,
at this
man.
though?
Miss Selena, man. You kind of fond of her.
Yeah, I think she's good people.
She pretty good people, right?
Yep,
You would say?
I would say.
Yeah, good people. Easy on the eyes, right?
Yeah, she good people. Yeah, yeah.
Right. Easy on the eyes a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
Objection
What?
relevant.
Come on.
What is the relevance of this line of
If you
questioning?
let me get to it. She kind of easy on the eyes, don't you think?
Yeah, you asked me that.
Yeah, but I didn't get your answer.
Yeah, I said yeah.
Okay, all right. Have you confided anything in her?
Yeah, we have spoken.
Y'all have spoken in confidence before and stuff like that.
Yes. And
Have
guess
you ever
what?
felt like that your life or your information or anything could be in danger?
Nope. And that's why I'm here, because I have told her personal stuff and it haven't came on YouTube.
Mr. Ray.
Yep.
Is it safe to say, when it comes to your denomination of women, black is not at the top?
I don't like that shit.
Objection,
And my character in
absolutely
question here.
irrelevant.
I don't like that shit.
Absolutely irrelevant question. Applies to the
I don't like
women.
that
Yeah,
shit.
I mean, I want to know the relevance of
It's
this
irrelevant.
question. We
It
talk
is
about
relevant. It's
Objection.
relevant. It's relevant.
how.
Yes, it is relevant.
How's it
I'm about to
relevant?
tell you when he answers.
You can't tell me when he answers.
Right.
You
I
gotta
mean,
put
I don't even
relevancy
know.
before.
Listen, I
Your
don't
Honor,
judge
Your
women by
Honor,
their
Your
color, all
Honor.
right? I judge by
Your
the
Honor,
actions and
what's
whatever else. You know what I'm saying? So
Is it
that
safe to
doesn't matter.
say, Mr. Ray, that if you had a preference, that it would be vanilla over chocolate?
No, I don't have
Objection, Your
preferences. Like I said,
Honor.
it's my
I'm saying,
character.
is it
I
safe to say, though?
I object to this line of questioning. This is absolutely
Oh,
irrelevant. Your Honor, Your Honor,
I'm feeling a little disrespected right now.
Your
let me rephrase it.
Honor.
Let me rephrase the question. Mr. Ray,
Yeah.
Mr. Ray,
Go ahead.
you
I'm
are
listening.
you are a stand-up man, right?
I try to be. Yes.
Stand-up father. I think
Yes.
I'm reading off your papers. Girl
Mm-hmm.
dad. You're girl dad, right?
Yeah, I'm a girl dad. 100%.
Shout out to all the girl dads out there. Are all of your girls by the same denominational woman?
Yes.
And
If you're
that would
trying
be
to say, are they
white?
bioracial? Yes, my daughters are
I don't like
biracial.
that shit.
Okay,
Sure,
thank you.
bro.
So it would be
This
safe
I don't
witness
like
to
that shit.
declined to
say
strike.
that
I don't like that
you
shit.
don't really have expertise in black woman's features.
Expertise. Well, let me see. I was born by a black woman. I got family. The women in
Objection,
my
Your
family
Honor.
is
I
black.
want a yes or no. That's a yes or
What do you
no.
mean? What do you
It's
mean
yes or
objection?
no. It's yes or no. I
You
just want.
asked
I
and
don't
it's
want.
getting
The only
answered.
thing I want on the
You're
record is yes
asking
or
and it's
no.
getting answered, sir. You are asking and it's getting answered.
Shout
And
out.
what does this got to do with
Objection.
Selena? What did that question got to
Objection.
do
I'm
with
about to
Selena?
get
It
to it.
don't.
Objection. This witness doesn't find black women attractive. That is from
What?
Big Greg.
Objection.
I
Wait,
didn't
wait,
say. I
wait.
mean, that's an objection from the chat.
All
And
right,
then
let's say, what about attractive or
th-
not? What does this
this
have to do with
witness is
Selena?
lying, moving to strike. Oh,
What does this
no,
have
I
to do
was
with
saying.
Selena?
So you're gonna answer the question? Okay. What I'm saying is it all ties into Selena because if you're not an expert on black features, then Selena's a black woman,
Well, listen,
so
I
you
think I'm
wouldn't
an
have
expert
an
on women. I'm an
expertise.
expert on women. All
No,
right.
because you told me that you felt safe. So you wouldn't be an expert witness to speak on a black woman setting a black man up to get killed if you haven't experienced this type of woman.
Did she set anybody up to
Wait a
get
minute.
killed?
Oh, I
Yes,
totally
that's what she's
object.
on trial for.
Excuse the fuck out of me. I know you are not up here right now in front of the Woach Court of Law trying to make it seem like black women on June 19th, 2025 of all days,
Sheesh.
trying to make it seem like black women are exclusively out here setting women up. How
I didn't say black
dare
women. I
you?
said
How
this
dare
black
you?
woman. I
No,
said
how
this.
dare you? You said
I
that
said
he
this
can't.
black
No,
woman.
you said
I
black
said that
women. You said
he is not
black
in an
women.
expert
You
Your
said
Honor, you gonna
that
position.
step
this
in
type
here?
of black
I
women. You
said
said
that
black
he is
women.
not in an expert
How dare
position
you?
to
All
I
right, y'all.
can't
All right.
identify
believe this.
a black
I
You,
move
woman
for
you,
you
you
to
that'll
got
be
set a
that.
black
absolutely
Lisa,
man
you
up to
gotta
discharged.
get
Hey,
killed.
maybe we should move the
Contempt.
tables.
Lisa.
Contempt.
Let him finish.
Contempt.
Let him
Hey,
finish.
I agree with that
Finish.
Then
Let
contempt.
him
you come.
finish
Then you
what?
come behind him. I'm gonna
What?
allow you the
I'm
time.
in
I'm gonna allow. I'm
contempt.
gonna allow
Are
you
you
one
kidding
I'm in
As a
me?
minute
bailiff,
time.
contempt.
I would like to hold him in contempt, get the handcuffs out.
I'm in contempt.
I don't like
Let him.
that shit.
Let him get it out. Let him get it out, and then you got it.
I
Shout
don't
out
like
to
that shit.
YouTube
Are you?
Streets.
Excuse me, Your
I don't
Honor.
Yeah,
like
Your
that shit.
Honor.
oh,
On
YouTube
June 8th.
Streets. YouTube Streets say, nah, Selena is sneaky, dirty, backstabbing, rock throwing, hand
Oh, whoa, we
hiding,
can't. Whoa, what we
innocent
doing?
playing, victim
Th-
ass, hating
I'm still
ass,
on the stand here.
jealous hearted, dangerous, lying ass, evil ass bitch. All y'all niggas want her
Your Honor, we
ass
got to strike
bitch,
that from the
and
record.
all y'all bitches jealous.
We
Beware.
can, because it was no extrusion, but
It
it's
was
still you got to
somebody
respect the
paid
money.
for that,
But you
man.
got to respect the money though.
All right, now back to the questioning.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Before we continue with this line of questioning, I
Okay.
demand to know from you, as a court official, are you
Okay.
going to allow this man to disrespect black women in this way on
I didn't say
Juneteenth?
black women. I said your
It's still
defendant.
Juneteenth where I'm at, Central Standard Time,
I
okay?
mean, he just
And he,
asking a question.
no, that is an inappropriate question. He needs to be remanded
One thing
to jail.
we gotta remember, we in Woach trial. Nobody's above the program, even me.
Contempt.
Even
Right,
me.
man. She on trial
Man,
for
you gotta
getting
be
the black
fine.
man killed,
You
man.
gotta be fine.
She's on trial for that. And this man she is presenting this man
Somebody got
as
killed.
This
she
is
is
utter
presenting this
absolute
man as if
contempt.
Selena's a nice person. So it's my job to interject. I'm saying, hey, she might be a nice person to you,
You
but
just
you
mentioned
are not
alluded you
of
just said that we're
the
responsible for setting up
expertise
black men
to
to
let
be
us know
killed.
what a good black woman is.
No, you didn't say a good black woman. You said a setting up bitch. You said a setting up black
Either
bitch like you.
one. Either
No,
one.
no,
Either
absolutely
one.
not. This
He
is
is not an
inappropriate.
All right,
expert.
Lisa,
Sir,
let him
yes,
finish
sir.
because he probably gonna
He
lose train
is
of thought.
not an
You got it right
expert.
after him. You got it.
When I mean an expert, he is not someone that could just go into a group of black women and point out, oh, she's okay,
Man, you can't
she's
say
safe,
that.
she's
We
this.
can't.
She'll set a nigga up to get killed. This motherfucker here. That's all I'm saying. That's
You
all
good?
that I'm presenting.
You good on you, Skinner? Are you ready to let Lisa go?
No, I got another question. She
Or
already
you got another
went. I'm
question?
waiting for him to answer.
I said I feel like I'm an expert on women, so I mean this is a personal, a different of
I
opinion. How
asked
Now,
you
you,
this
are
is
feel?
you
yes
an
or no.
expert on
Just keep it
black
yes or no.
anatomy
It's all to the
women?
jizzle.
All right, so you want to get to anatomy. So what's your question on that?
All right, the question on that is if you're a aficionado on the black woman's anatomy, let's go from the rooter to the tutor. Selena's forehead. You notice any Botox?
No,
What
and if
about
you want to talk
cheeks?
about everything from the time I've known her,
Uh-huh.
that's what I know her as. I don't know no previous and then like that, so I can't
Yeah, that's what
judge
I'm talking
from.
about, from when you knew her.
Yeah, from our known her, she the same. I can't
No,
judge
well,
about
I ain't even
what.
got there yet. I said from the
Okay,
forehead.
no, I'm not an expert on that, so I
What
can't tell
about
you what's my forehead.
what about the Nike brows?
Not can't judge it on. What is she they paint it on. They use the
They're
arch
like
pencil
Nike checks. They say that's what the things.
and
You
say
know,
just
like the
what just do
swoosh.
it.
Yeah, the swoosh. One
Uh,
backwards, one forward.
okay, I'm not. I can't judge on that either. I'm not a makeup artist.
What about the boots on the ground fan eyelashes?
I'm yeah, I can't judge on that.
What about the saw cheeks?
What about her cheeks? They look like regular cheeks to me.
What
Objection, Your
about
Honor.
lips?
Objection, Your
Her
Honor.
lips
How
look
is
like lips.
What's your objection?
is
My
she gonna let
client,
me land this?
my client has no expertise on any women's aesthetics in that
That's
way
not
that
what
he
he
could
said. He said
put
he's
off.
an expert
He
on
said
women.
Well, he
he's
said
an
you're an expert
expert
on
on
women.
women.
That's
But
on
what you're
file.
asking about is aesthetics. You're not
I don't
asking
like that shit
anything
for sure,
about
bro.
women in general.
Objection.
You're
I
This
don't like that
witness
asking
shit.
is not an
about
expert on women and
procedural
therefore
things
should no
I
longer
don't
involving
be
like
men.
that shit
And
for
questioned.
I
Should
sure.
don't
at least
think I don't
allow him the chance to express his opinion.
Thank you. Shout out to Big Greg. He says, objection. This witness is not an expert on women and therefore should no longer be questioned.
No, that's not what we on here for. The question of if I'm an expert on women. We asked about Selena and personal things, so let's
Thank
ask
you.
questions
So,
about
Lisa, can I finish now? He said I could finish. What about the lips?
her lips. Look regular to me.
Okay, well, what about the
I mean, can I ask you a question? Do I
yeah,
got medical records in front of me on her?
hold on. What about the titties?
They look regular to me. They
What
look
about
nice.
stomach?
She's like a human being. Like, what are we doing here? Like,
What about the ass?
Your Honor, this is prolonged and
No,
egregious.
what about the ass, sir?
Your Honor, this
Could
is
you hang a cup
prolonged,
on it?
egregious, and inappropriate.
I'm asking the man a question. What about the ass, man?
what about the ass?
Your
It's
Honor,
straight to
please.
you. Look real.
I'm begging you to take control of this.
What
I'm
about?
begging you.
I'm asking the man a question, man. The man's an expert.
Like I said, from the time I know her, it
Yeah,
looked the
from the
same.
time you know her.
Yes.
Okay. You could put a cup on
So
there.
all this stuff is allegations that I never thought about.
You can sit a cup down back there.
Your Honor, Your Honor.
What about? Okay, all right. Now that this
I
man has
object
said all
on
of
the
this,
grounds
Your
of
Honor, on
relevance.
record,
Your
and he
Honor.
has said that he is not an expert as far as a doctor got any medical records in front of him. I think that his testimony should be like null and void because he is not used to talking to that demographic of women.
That's crazy. Cause we not here to talk about her body, right?
We're
The
here to talk
charges that
about
she
her.
brought upon has nothing to
She
do with her
has
physical
charges of
presence.
being a
Your
Botox
Honor,
Betty.
her physical presence has nothing to do with her charges.
Yes, it does.
Okay. She have other charges too, Skinny.
Yeah,
so
she
speak
got
on some of the
plenty.
other ones. Speak on the backstabbing friend.
Yeah, Botox Betty.
Those are still aesthetics.
That's what I'm saying. Them charges, though.
Yeah, but the other charges of
Well, I have no
backstabbing.
further questions. I have no
How
further
did she
questions.
get that? How did she get that nickname?
I have no further questions.
You said the flow yours.
It's directly related to the group hateration charge that I filed with the court earlier. Just in
So
case.
no paperwork, no medical work saying Botox or nothing like that, right?
So I do have a few questions for
Okay,
you.
go ahead.
Now, it's a little mixture here, procedural as far as what you know about court. Have you heard, because you've been in the courtroom for all of the testimony, you've been in a courtroom for all of the objections, all of the sidebars. Have you heard any evidence, in your opinion, any solid, verifiable evidence brought before court today that suggests that my client is a bad person or of bad character?
No, I just heard a lot of hearsay and opinions.
Well, she rubbed a lot of shoulders, and I guess a lot of people been
Yeah, people got
rubbed
hurt
the wrong
feelings.
way.
Yeah, so it's a lot of hearsay and opinions. So and so said.
But
I heard.
But where there's smoke, there's fire. But I'm still looking for that nail in the coffin, and I ain't got it yet. I think the power is really in Mr. Vince's hand. He could slam dunk it right now if he wanted to.
I think you should move for a dismissal, but
Mr. Ray, you finished, Lisa? Or you got something else to say?
No, you can redirect.
No, I just need to know if you finished because when I
Back to
finish,
you, Skinny. You good?
I can redirect.
Yeah, you good.
Now, Mr. Ray,
yes.
do you consider Selena a liar?
She never lied to me.
She never lied to you?
No.
Okay, I like that. Has she ever lied for you?
Absolutely not. Never had to ask her, never had to come up and me come in question for her to do something like that.
Oh, okay.
After this is over, prosecutor, I'm gonna need you to put them handcuffs on. Don't forget.
Could somebody drop Selena's link in the chat, please? Could somebody drop Selena's link in the chat, please? Because it's not pulling up. Only the real Selena, the singer.
Hold on.
Yeah, can you put it in there, please? For the record, now, I want the court, for the record, to I want the jury and everybody for the record. Have they put it out there yet? Okay. I want the jury and everybody for the record to note that Mr. Ray said that Selena has never lied to him and has never lied for him.
Oh, I know what you're getting at. And you know that's not gonna work, right?
Excuse me.
It's not gonna work.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
I haven't questioned anybody yet. But you've done some pretty good work with Selena in the past, haven't you?
Yeah, you talked the 2 interviews we did, correct?
Oh man, I could be not.
I know exactly where you're going with this.
But
don't do it.
Didn't your first interview on her panel, wasn't it based around you and the crew breaking up?
Yep. And for the record,
I didn't ask for the record. I just asked you yes or no.
Yes.
No further questions.
Lisa?
I have no further questions at this time.
Your Honor, can I make a statement before
my God, I said
I think the witness should be allowed a statement.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, see, he trying to cut me off because she did an interview with me and the crew, and we set a play, and she did not know it. So the prosecution trying to lead on that she lied for us, and she did not know.
How would you
Yeah, that's what you did. That you already go, Your Honor. You got to definitely put this guy in contempt. I have nothing else to say. I'm the fuck out of here.
I just wanted it on the record, yo.
Hey, that's why it's important to come to the receipts, man. Have
Closing statements, man.
Have your screenshots ready. Lisa, you got anything closing for us?
Usually the prosecution go first.
I open.
Lisa, at this point, don't argue, just go.
Oh, well, as you all have been able to see tonight, I think it's been very clear. My client, Miss Selena, has been absolutely railroaded by a corrupt prosecution, a corrupt judicial team, and a corrupt Woach justice system. Totally shameful. You all have allowed group thinking to control your minds. Nowhere during this trial has any verifiable, solid evidence been presented about my client. It's been a whole bunch of assumptions. It's been a whole bunch of hearsay. It's been a whole bunch of hurt feelings, sensitivity, none of which are prosecutable. You cannot put people in Woach jail for blocking you. You cannot put people in Woach jail for hurting your feelings. We need to stop this gross misuse of the Woach court system with these frivolous cases involving, and it doesn't matter how many people it is. At the end of the day, it all boils down to your feelings were hurt. Maybe you miss Miss Selena. Unfortunately, she's not coming back because you all have mistreated her and slandered her and stepped on her name in every way possible. When at one point she was a friend to you all. So if you want to talk about backstabbing, if you want to talk about being messy, maybe you all should look at yourselves. Look in the mirror and you'll see the backstabber. You'll see the messy person. All of this is projection onto my client. Okay, because my client has done nothing wrong. And for as many people that wanted to come up here and slander her name in this way, that wanted to drag her through the mud. We also heard glowing character testimonies that spoke to how wonderful this woman is. Don't let group hateration win. Vote not guilty today.
You finished? You done?
I'm done.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, every now and then a person comes in front of you that you have to save from themselves. This right here is an instant where somebody could think that they're a great person. Somebody could think that they do no wrong. But all the while, they're being a bad friend. They're setting people up. They have Nike eyebrows. They have boots on the ground eyelashes. And you say, well, how was that a crime? Because she says that everything is real. Now, the defense has accused this of being a targeted hate group crime against her defendant. I'm calling this a tragic, targeted twerk crime from her defendant. We all know what botched surgery looks like. We all know what Nike checks look like. And if y'all are of the praying type, y'all all know what fans look like. Let's get the butter from the duck. So many black men have been taken out, not by white, not by Asian, not by Mexican, but by black women. If we let this one here ride, who's to say Vince will even be around to testify next time? I rest my case.
And with that said, what we looking like on the polls?
Oh, we're aiming for about 3 more votes. We got 147 votes in.
But shit, we got Mr. Vince on. You got any last words, Mr. Vince?
Yeah, man, it's just funny to me that, a person like Selena could be looked at as the victim in this case. When it was me that was betrayed. It was me that was backstabbed. It was me left out to hang.
I got you.
But y'all gonna make any decision y'all want to make. That's all I gotta say.
Y'all get y'all last votes in, man.
Our last votes in.
Salute to everybody, man. We almost at 4 hours. Salute to everybody
I
who
think if we gotta
participated in the trial,
if we gotta really
man. We need to
sit
get
back and look at this whole
okay, we
situation.
got the votes in. Let's see. Is Selena guilty? 69% yes, 31% No. Selena, she guilty as hell.
I think what everybody
Serve
need to take from
justice.
tonight's live is basically don't say no shit you can't stand on. Don't trust motherfuckers when you talk. Don't believe in behind